You want to hear me having gay sex?
Yes.
Okay. I guess the boys got this when I was doing my cousin Brucey impression or
I
something.
often imagine you having gay sex. I want to see if it's matching.
I never really thought about myself having gay sex, but now, now that I've heard it, I'm very good at it.
You might actually do it. Sounds interesting.
I really get off on this guy. Here we are. Here I am with the gay sex line. Eventually, I morph into cousin Brucey.
Hey, stud, what's your name?
Oh, yeah. What are you doing?
My cock's really hard, and I want you to fuck me in the ass.
Oh, yes. I'm big and naked and thick, and I have a huge Adam's apple and a big Jew nose.
Oh, wow. Can I lick the Jew nose?
Suck my big Jew nose. Big Jew nose.
Oh, yeah. Give it to me. Let me pump it up your ass. Hello? Yeah, Bruce, let me bend you over and fuck you really fucking hard up your ass. Oh, yeah, Brucey, that's it, baby. Yeah, can I shove my fingers up your ass, Brucey? Can I shove my arm up your ass, Brucey?
Fuck you. Suck your titties.
Maybe put my tongue up your ass and I'll give you a good rim job with my tongue. Yeah, I bet you'd like that. You bend you over and stick my tongue up your ass. That's it, Brucey. Pump it faster. Let me look at get my face up your ass and I'll fucking run my tongue up your ass. Put my face up your ass, my arm up your ass. I'll put my cock up your ass. Would you like that, Brucey?
I feel like a 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗱 back 1970.
That's it, Brucey. I'd love to hear you fucking come for me, Brucey. Sorry, Brucey, time's up. Call back sometime later and just suck my cock.
You got a cock?
Coitus. I like where I go. I feel like I'm back with 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿 in the 70s. 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿. Hey, I feel like I'm with 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿. Yeah, there I am having gay sex.
Oh, that time limit is just brutal, isn't it? You are having a great time.
Oh, brutal master. His arm was all the way up my asshole.
Yeah, and he goes up, time's up.
Yeah.
You never get to finish.
I think that's like a legal thing, too, because a lot of these phone lines where you have to give your credit card, they were keeping people on the line for like 3 days.
Yeah.
And racking up billions of dollars.
People were losing homes on the phone.
So they had mandatory time limits for all the perverts in this country. Yes,
hey, Howard.
That was a good one, man.
Thanks. The fraud department called Tim Sabian after the call.
Why?
Really?
Because they're not, it was a gay sex hotline.
On the credit card?
Right, and they called Tim to double check, if it was copacetic.
Really you?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you have to imagine, yes, that's a charge from my card. I agree to pay it.
I wish you could do that every day. That's just so funny.
What you did with that with that particular call, it was when Robin played Little Lupe.
Right.
And you guys were doing phone sex. So
now Robin's going to call?
We have Robin's end as well. We're working on some stuff with Robin, too.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Robin having sex on a phone sex line?
Yeah. We got a few ideas. It's going to be good.
Oh, boy.
A few ideas. You could imagine. And Sal, there's no limitations on his ideas. He was on the wrap-up show yesterday talking about, he was at some bar or restaurant, and I guess, what's that big porn star? Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy. So Sal is somehow involved there. Ron Jeremy somehow takes out his cock and is chasing a woman around with it.
In the restaurant?
In the bar or restaurant. I think it's a bar.
Okay.
And like that's any better.
Right.
And so, Ron Jeremy, I guess, knew this girl, and I guess people expect that of Ron Jeremy. Not that that's right. But then Sal somehow takes out his penis and starts chasing the girl around the bar. And she's like, who are you? And, he's nuts. You can't do that.
What? He's thinking, this is just what you do here? Let me join in?
Yeah, he's crazy. He's gonna
wind up in jail.
He's gonna wind up in jail.
Or dead.
With Lindsay Lohan. Or dead. Someone's gonna beat the shit out of him.
The reason Ron Jeremy's name came up at all on the wrap-up show yesterday was because I was retelling the story about how Sal and I were in L.A. doing a gig, and Ron Jeremy was there. We were sitting on these steps. So somebody says, hey, can I take a picture of all you guys?
Right.
And I noticed Sal took his dick out, and he was going to put his balls and dick on Ron Jeremy's head. Oh. And Ron Jeremy wheeled around, and he goes, I'll fucking kill you.
Right.
And I said to Sal, you think because a guy's in porn that he wants a dick on his head? And he's like, well, yeah, I don't know. Like, he's confused.
Could he really not understand boundaries?
What was Sal's IQ?
Well?
Do you remember Sal's?
102.
102. So he's almost, let's say, dull.
Again, we always talk about, like, that whole thing with Beetlejuice. I said to him, Howard doesn't like that. And Sal goes,
well, yeah, I mean, he's making Beetlejuice touch his dick.
But he's
showing everybody he's smarter than Beetlejuice.
But
yeah, great. And he's barely smarter than Beetlejuice.
But Howard,
102 is considered a normal IQ. 70% of America. I represent 70% of America.
Well, we're in trouble. That's why we're in trouble.
America's fucked.
Sal's done a lot of research on this.
Howard, what I was going to say is, like, Sal doesn't know he's wrong till you tell him he's wrong.
Yeah, and then he goes,
and then afterwards, he doesn't really still know he's wrong. He just knows that
you said he's wrong.
Exactly.
Right.
Howard, would it be wrong to put my dick on Gary's keyboard right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong? Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
You want another human resources problem?
Sal, don't do that. Don't do that. Sal, don't do it. You're so dumb. You're funny, but you're dumb. What'd you rather be? Smart but unfunny, or funny and dumb?
Funny and dumb.
Yeah.
I think he's happier, right?
Congratulations, you've accomplished your feat.
You've hit your goal.
We did a show in L.A. and I saw Ron Jeremy in the bathroom chasing a woman with his dick, and she was screaming. She was laughing. She's been on the show a few times. It's funny. You wouldn't believe who it was, but he was chasing her in the bathroom with his dick, and he was smacking it on her butt and her leg, and she was laughing and giggling. So I took my dick out and started chasing her too, and did the same thing. So we were like two little monkeys running around with our peckers out. But for some reason, when I did it, she kind of looked at me like, I know Ron. Why are you doing this?
Right.
Again,
See, you actually just got it. She doesn't know who you are.
Yeah,
you're a stranger who took your dick out.
I have a tendency to jump into parties that I'm not invited to.
Yes.
It's a little chink in the old cranium.
Chink in the cranium. So well said.
At least he understood now that, yes, you're not in on this party. You don't know how this started. You don't know even what this is all about.
Ian, you're on the air in Jericho.
Yes, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I had people back to my house a few weeks ago after we went out one night, and and what Sal would do is, like, he'll call, like, let's say we're just using Robin for example. Robin, come into the kitchen here. I got to show you. There's something wrong with the tile on the floor. What do you think about it? So, like, she'll bend down to look at it, and then then when you pick your head up, you don't see anything. He has his penis hanging out. Like,
yeah, what is that? I mean, what is going on? Like, Sal, what is it you're getting out of that? I mean, I know his thing.
Do you think this is one of those, illnesses where you need to show your penis to people?
I just think Sal has such a desperate cry for attention that his parents, I mean, if
so
you know
he's
anything.
not going to wind up on the subway doing that.
I don't know, but
I would never do that.
No, that he'd never do. He just wants to go to a party and harass women with his penis. Sal.
We were, it's not a valid excuse these days, but we were very inebriated.
Yeah, forget the excuse. Here's the thing. I've been as drunk as a skunk. I don't take my penis out. Here's the thing.
It's not a valid excuse these days. It was never an excuse.
I'm going to tell you what's going on with you. As painful as this is, your parents have no knowledge of who you are. Your father had no fucking interest in you. Your mother probably doesn't know two thoughts that you ever had or any feelings. And you are so desperate for someone to notice you and get attention that whipping your cock out is what it's literally come down to. That's it. Psychology session over.
I don't
We're
think
done.
so. I don't.
Painful as that may be, that is the God's honest truth. Go to a psychiatrist and ask him if I'm right.
Well, I did go to some
This has
therapy.
nothing to do with anything. Why do you think I'll ask you this then. Why do you think you take your penis out every chance you can get?
All right. In this circumstance with these people,
go ahead.
They love the show. They watch the show, and they love all the crazy antics.
But why
and they're my good friends.
But why couldn't you be at the party and not be the idiot who puts the lampshade on his head?
That's a good question.
Like, why do you need to be the idiot?
I don't know. That's a great question. But at the bar mitzvah,
I mean, you're a
really
funny guy and all this, and you didn't need to whip your cock out. You're not on the radio. You're not doing anything. This is at a private party. Why can't you just be a little bit content?
You weren't hired to be Sal. You were just an attendee, right?
But what do you think is inside of you right now? I'm going to ask you to reflect. What do you think is inside of you that said, I need to whip my cock out so everyone here will know I'm here?
That's a great question. I think...
Don't answer so fast. Think. Emotionally, what are you missing? What do you need?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I just wanted to be at that moment.
What did I hit on the head? Tell me what I hit
being like the life of the party.
Why do you need to be the life of the party? And not even the life of the party, but like the complete...
The scourge.
I was the shit. I was the idiot of the party.
You wanted everybody to be talking about you.
Why do you need that, do you think?
I don't know. I think
it's not easy to answer, is it?
Well, it does go back a lot to my dad. My dad called me a jackass my whole life.
Okay.
And he said the older I get...
So now you're going to be a jackass?
I guess so. I guess
No.
you can't beat him, join him. I don't know. Maybe subconsciously I think I'm a jackass.
No, I think
But I'm not.
subconsciously you want everyone in the world to look at you and notice you, and you can't stand the fact that they're not paying attention to you.
But he also has gotten so used to negative attention, he doesn't know how to seek positive attention. So he always is the buffoon, the jackass, the a-hole.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember when
Thank you, Rob.
it was Artie's birthday. I wanted to do something nice for Artie, and I threw that party for him at John's Pizzeria. Uh-huh. So, like, when I come in the next day, the TV crew said, Sal was outside at a vegetable stand rubbing his cock on a pumpkin. There
I
he
slapped
is.
my penis on a pumpkin.
Look,
yeah.
this is a guy's vegetable stand. He took out his cock
It
and
has
rubbed...
nothing to do with the party.
Right. And I was just like,
It's funny though. I mean, and you know,
at least that was on camera.
Well, this was at the house. It was on camera at Ian's house. Which, by the way, there's some other crazy things, Ian, that went down at that fucking house. You and I both know it, and it involves your wife. So take it easy.
All right. Yeah. But just because your wife lets you do these things doesn't mean, you know.
Well, you know, I love Ian and I love his wife very much, but when we get together, things get a little crazy. But she was in the driveway getting a little nutty herself, so.
That sounds like a lot of fun. All right, thank you, Sal. I'm done with the session. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, goodbye, guys.
Bye.
But you do know you can't take your penis out in a restaurant
Do
or
you
a
know
bar.
Yes, of course. I more than know that.
Of course he knows that, Rob.
And with the pumpkins, Raph was outside with his...
You do know you're not supposed to go up to a guy's vegetable stand where he's making his living, standing out there 24 hours a day, and rub your cock on his pumpkins.
My problem is...
Because if he cuts your cock off, you shouldn't really complain.
That's true.
You know.
I'm easily encouraged. The day with the pumpkins, Ralph said, do it. He dared me, and I did it.
Right.
At the party, another guy, Rob, suggested I whip out my penis.
And what do you think it is about you that anyone can just dare you and then you do it?
You can't help but do it.
What is the challenge there? I mean, like, in other words, most normal people go, you know what? I don't think I want to take that challenge.
Screw you.
Well, that's why they're normal. Fuck them. Fuck normal people.
Okay.
You have to stand out a little bit, I guess.
Why? Why do you have to stand out in those situations?
I don't
You stand
know.
out enough at work. You do lots of crazy shit.
Right.
I understand that.
You don't get enough of that here.
Right.
No, I do here. Sometimes too much.
All right, thank you.
I don't
I'm
know.
done with you.
I'm done with you.
Go back and work.
Keep up the great work.
Get back there and make funny phone calls with Robin having sex. All right. And behave yourself.
I wish I could convey to people how genuinely crazy he is.
Sal, what? Do you feel beaten down after that little rap, or?
A little bit. You know, I mean, you know, Howard just being honest, you know, but that's who we are. I mean, that's who I am, I guess. You know, in this, I think in this type of business, you have to be crazy. Nobody is normal in this business. You know, you have somebody tweeting about ceramic, eco-friendly fucking panware, and you have somebody else who's going to therapy 4 days a week, and you have somebody like me who's smacking his dick on pumpkins. It's just one big, happy, dysfunctional, weird family. You know, I just like making people laugh. That's it. See, Ronnie's laughing. That's all. That's my only. You know, I'm like Spider-Man, comedy. It's a blessing and a curse. You know, he uses webs, I use my dick. What can I tell you? I just try my best and make people, you know, put a smile on somebody's face. Somebody could be having a bad day at work, you know, they think their life is miserable. They get on the air, they hear a funny phone call, they hear me smacking my penis on a lady with Ron Jeremy. It might sound crazy, but I think they get a laugh out of it. That's all.
So you think like Spider-Man, so with a great penis comes great responsibility.
Spider dick, that's me.
Gary, I will talk about some point during Robin's news, the news about you and your board meeting last night.
Okay.
Oh, there's news?
Oh, it's great.
What happened?
Hey, do you want to do it now or you want to wait?
Well, we might as well. What?
Well, we're just running low on time here.
Well, you said you're going to do it during the news. We're in it.
It could be the lead story.
Let's see. 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗍 goes under RTM microscope. So this is so dumb. Gary,
This was already published?
Yeah, last night. It already made the paper this morning.
Gary agreed to not run, but they have a board that is a planning committee that plans basically in his neighborhood where they put baseball fields and stuff like that. So a guy calls him up and asks him to do it. Gary's a community-minded guy. He says, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Wasn't looking for any publicity or anything. But right away, Steve Langford started following it and all this. And they're telling the board members he's 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗍 from the Howard Stern show. And so
Board
he goes...
member 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗍?
So normally, they're just begging people to do this kind of
Right,
thing.
and they don't even know who these wackos are.
And Gary's a good citizen. He's raised his kids well.
He's a wonderful guy.
I put him up against any father out there in terms of how he raises his kids.
And husband.
That's right. Old Greenwich resident Gary 𝗛𝗵𝗍𝗍, who is better known by the moniker 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗍 as the producer of the Howard Stern show, during an interview by the Oh, I see. This is the picture. Okay.
Go past the first 5 pictures.
Oh, there's lots of pictures?
Oh, yeah, my God, there's 5
There's
pictures.
a million pictures of Gary. Wait a second. Let me get to the actual article because this is funny. Okay. Gary 𝗛𝗵𝗍𝗍, the Howard Stern Show provocateur, perhaps best known as 𝗵𝗶𝗍𝗍𝗍, interviewed with the members of the representative town meeting Tuesday night for a seat on the park's board. Among them was Colleen Jenkins, the great-great-granddaughter of suffragette Elizabeth Cady Stanton. So she's
but what did she do?
Nothing. She's all hoity-toity about
Right,
Gary.
because her great-grandmother did something.
Yeah, so she just happens to be on the RTM Appointments Committee, which is what's RTM stand for?
Representative Town Meeting.
Okay. I went online and I heard that Howard Stern is a shock jock.
Oh, God.
And I tried to figure out what it means. Like, she's been living in the basement so long, she doesn't have any fucking clue.
Then they shouldn't let her choose anything.
Right. If you don't know what a shock jock is, and forget about me, but the vernacular is pretty well known here in America. Shock jock. I wasn't so happy. It said on his show he was throwing bologna slices at a naked woman. Did that really happen?
What's that got to do with planning parks?
Is that a form of recreation?
Oh, God.
It was great. Actually,
Gary caught a shitstorm at the meeting.
I bet he did.
And Steve Langford was there. Howard 100 News is covering the whole thing. He's got tape. He's got it all.
Oh, my goodness.
He's got tape of the woman.
Yeah, yeah. She actually asked me, she goes, on February 10th, 2010, I read that Howard Stern threw bologna at a naked woman. She goes, what do you have to say about that? I said, I don't believe that's the correct date. I really did. I was like,
I could check that. 𝗛𝗵𝗍49 earned this guy just joined up this thing. It's a thankless job.
You said that this was going to be a nightmare, that he's going to be grilled by these people.
Well, yeah. 𝗛𝗵𝗍49 earned the committee's endorsement, but not before having to explain. I would have walked out of there and said, you know what? I'm not going to explain anything to this woman.
It was sort of
I'd match my kids up against yours any day, miss. And guess what? I guarantee if we put you under a microscope, we'll find some weird shit about you.
Well, look at her credential. They got to go to her great-great-grandmother to say anything about her.
𝗛𝗵𝗍49, we don't know anything about her. We don't know how she raises her kids.
We know what her great-great-grandmother did.
We don't know if she drinks. We don't know anything. We don't know anything about her.
And she's questioning him.
𝗛𝗵𝗍49 earned the committee's endorsement, but not before having to explain that the personality people hear on Sirius Satellite Radio is different from the family man and youth football coach. No, it isn't. Gary's the same here as he is off the air.
Yeah.
I play a character. I'll play a character to some degree.
You guys came down on me pretty hard for saying I was a character.
Yeah, but I admit I was lying. I'll be right up front.
I play a character to some degree, but I don't bring that home with me, 𝗛𝗵𝗍 said. The married father of two, a resident of Old Greenwich for the past 16 years, was unanimously nominated last month by the selectmen for a seat on the town board of Parks and Recreation.
You got to read the last sentence.
Let's see. Radio's theater of imagination. I don't think Mr. 𝗛𝗵𝗍's professional thing.
That's the guy supporting me. He said, hey, but go to that woman.
Jenkins ultimately abstained from the vote on 𝗛𝗵𝗍. She abstained. She didn't vote no. She abstained.
Okay, that's good of her.
I come from a very strong position of trying to make women a part of society and treating them with dignity and respect. Well, then you would have a problem. What I'm upset about is entertainment where women are not treated with respect. I admire you for being able to bifurcate your life.
Bifurcate? Whoa.
Bifurcate your life.
Bifurcate.
Whatever. She had a better
Split
education.
in two.
Yeah, she had time to practice that word.
They sent her to special schools, and she didn't have Jim Brewer as a teacher.
I'm not even sure I admire it. She says, I admire you for being able to bifurcate your life.
And then she paused.
I'm not even sure I admire it.
She goes, you know what? I'm not even sure I admire that. But can I just tell you, Howard, so now all this is going on, and then there's another woman who says, I don't believe that
Gary should have been like, I'm not bifurcate. I'm not even gay.
So now it's time to vote. So I'm sitting at this table. There's 10 or 11 people. And it's like the tribe. You know what I mean? Like the tribe has spoken.
Yeah.
I'm right there. They're going to vote on me right in front of me.
Right. They didn't even have a little cup where they put the
They
votes.
send you out of the room, nothing.
So one guy
I decided to vote for Gary, but I'm not sure everyone else will.
So one guy who was sitting on the side, they're asking me questions about this and about that. The guy hasn't said a word the whole meeting.
Right.
And he raises his hand and goes, I just want to say that I get no sense of this candidate whatsoever.
Oh,
so I said to the guy, I said, you haven't asked me a question. Would you like to ask me anything? And everyone just goes, no, because apparently he's the guy that takes you to the vortex.
Right.
So I was like, no, you don't want any questions.
Benji. Yeah.
So they start the vote.
I get no sense from you.
Yeah, I've got a question. Is it true Howard really has a tiny penis? Answer that.
They start the voting. So the first guy they go to is him. And he goes, I'm abstaining. I'm like, okay. So then they go to this other woman who was asking me a lot of questions. She goes, I vote no. I go,
so
oh my God.
You got a unanimous vote.
No, that was last month.
Oh.
This last night's vote was 8-4, 1 against, 2 abstentions.
Wow.
So the lady that was reading all the stuff, she abstained, the guy abstained, and one woman flat out no voted, then everybody else voted. So I'm in. But it was like, I was like, oh my God, one abstention.
Were you laughing or were you getting upset?
I was laughing.
You were.
I was like, this is, and so a guy goes, listen, he seems to know what he's doing. He wants to do the job. Who cares what he does for a living?
If you were, like, to me, like, I would hate those people passing judgment on me. But if they had voted no, would you have been ashamed?
No.
Would you have?
No.
What would you have done? Would you just walk out and?
Yeah,
just
I'd say, okay, fine.
All right, goodbye.
I can, listen. My opinion is, I'm willing to work on a voluntary position for free to help the community. If you don't want me, bring in the parade of people behind me.
Right.
That want to work for free.
Right.
At one point, the big argument became that because it's parks, beaches, and and the environment, and that I was too heavily weighted in the sports area. So they got a list of everybody who was in and said, well, he's in boating, he's a lawyer, he's this. I'm like, again, I'm here as a volunteer.
By the way, this just in, there's a bunch of people in the Connecticut parks right now throwing baloney at women's asses.
There's a whole area dedicated to that. There's a new field.
I recommend we have a special baloney throwing area for the naked women in the park. I'm leaving.
And for halftime entertainment at the football games, I think we should wheel out a Sybian.
Sybians should be in the parks where the kids play.
I am the Sybian coach.
Gary, you should start making bizarre comments at the meetings.
I won't see. The funny thing is, I won't have to meet with these people anymore because it's a purely advisory to the first selectman.
Right. These aren't your committee members.
But the guy that was chairing this committee last night, thank God, he sort of smacked it back onto the train because that woman had I looked, she was right to my left. She had a page of shit she was going to read.
Wow. How did he slow her down?
He said, "Listen, I don't think that what somebody does for a living is an issue here." He goes, "If we had a lawyer in front of us, a defense lawyer, would we sit and look at every client he defended? That's what he does for a job, and what we care about, what he brings to the table."
I think somebody was making some sense.
Yeah, guy kept it on track.
We can't have a man who produces the Howard Stern show look at where the parks are going to be built. I mean, how many
parks? You can't be in charge of grass.
Yeah, how many parks are they building anyway?
They're not building them. It's about upkeep. There's places that need to be renovated. It's about the beaches.
What is the woman who objected to you? I'm curious. What does she do for a living? We know her great-grandmother was somebody of prominence. But what does she do?
I will tell you, the best part of the whole thing was there was a woman.
I find a lot of these rich yentas who don't work, they live off their parents. I mean, I don't know if she does or not, but a lot of them really have no fucking... They don't have any work, and they have tons of free time to fuck with you.
Yeah, a lot of the people there were elderly. There was a woman next to me who I thought was going to be really rough on me because she was fairly old. And when they started talking about it, she was just awesome. She goes, "Give me a break. Just turn it off if you don't like it." But Jason said he's been looking up the other woman, and he said it appears that the bulk of her time is spent going around talking about Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
Who's that? That's
her grandmother, who was a suffragette.
Great grandmother. She was like Susan B. Anthony's.
Sounds like a good gig, but how's that pay the bills, or has she got inheritance?
Runs the trust. Jason just said.
She runs a trust?
Well, her family came over on the Mayflower.
I got to tell you something. I know a ton of these broads because of my job and everything, and I've made some change. I meet them. They're all a pain in the neck. When people don't have to...
And they have rules for everyone else.
Oh, yeah. Well, they've lived, they've never had to really do what we have to do, which is,
You got to make compromises.
I had no trust. And neither did Gary. I know where Gary grew up.
What was it like for you being a reporter there?
Covering Gary at this town meeting is one of the greatest stories I've been able to cover here at Howard 100 News. It was classic. By and large, the people around that table in that conference room, on that committee, support Gary. But the people who didn't, one in particular, this was right out of Central Casting. I think Gary said, "You could not write this kind of material." I'm working on a piece right now, and it's so much fun. I mean, I would have paid to have gone to that meeting last night.
I mean, you've seen everything. You've been everywhere and seen everything.
This was one of the great stories of all time, watching this happen.
Tune in.
Oh, can't wait.
Does it sort of fill you with a little bit of pride that you're not like them, that you're not...
Well, I think
you're not this woman.
I think that I think that I'm a little bit more open. I think that I would have a, they didn't seem to be questioning me as much as judging me, and that's fine. It doesn't. Listen, it's the world. When I walk out on the street, everyone's not a Howard Stern fan. You go to a party, everyone's not a Howard Stern fan. There's always some person who feels it's their obligation to come up to you and tell you, "I don't like the show at all," and I feel like going, "Yeah, I don't like that fucking dresser," and you could stand to lose 30 pounds, but I don't come and tell you, what I think of you because I'm at a party and it's not my place.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, whack packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, my guest today is one of the original members of the Whack Pack. When he first appeared on the show in 1988, it was obvious to both Howard and fans alike that a star was born. He has a debilitating speech impediment, which makes his voice impossible to forget. He once shit in his pants while waiting for Gary at an appearance, and he's had sexual encounters with both men and women. He's a man who sounds Korean and has a lot to say, but sadly, you're probably not going to understand any of it. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Fred the Elephant Boy.
How you doing,
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Well, I'm so happy to have you. Lots of questions came in. I'm going to jump right in. Question from Joseph M. Joseph asks, what was your favorite moment on The Stern Show?
My favorite moment, I think it must be something to include me, was doing the Cleveland photo and speaking to 10,000 people in Cleveland, Ohio to introduce the staff.
And now the moment you're ready for. The one you give me, the King of Media and the King of Media of Cleveland, 24 Howard Stern.
And the show, we spent all day in a strip joint and then did a show at the Chelsea parking lot. And to me, that's where I met my girlfriend, and that was the best moment I ever had.
That's wonderful. Question from CWB in Tennessee. He asks, what is John R. John asks, at what point in your life did it become acceptable to shit your pants just to be on time to a Stern-related event?
It was never in time, but I was too committed to quote the budget, and I was there. So regardless, it would make no sense like to go all the way there and then do a 180 and go back. That was my big mistake.
There was no closed bathroom you could have gotten
to? There was no place because that area is mostly industrial places, factory, there was hardly no stores there.
What about like behind a factory or something instead of in your pants?
I was looking, but then it was too late.
Oh.
That's the first thing I didn't want to get there. I would like to help us at the ship. I'm sure I left the private toilet nice and clean when I got done.
Yes. Question from Russell B. He asks, have you ever been in a fist fight?
No. Number one, I don't drink, so I don't get drunk, and I don't associate people who get drunk. If somebody wants to behave like an so I just go away. So I never confront anybody.
More of a lover than a fighter.
You should try me sometime.
A fight?
No, a lover.
A lover. LED asks, what do you keep in your fanny pack?
Using my radio, my money, my cards.
You want to show us?
Okay. That's it. I got my money in my front pocket. Mm-hmm. Where I took my radio, I got my ID card for work and my keys. Here. I got some credit card here and the back of my credit card here. So
is that a business card? Do you have business cards?
No, I don't have a business card. That's my health card.
Hang on to that.
Okay.
Question from Scott P. Scott asked, do you feel bad that you are not on the show that much anymore?
No, because Howard kept me alive. He can only do so much with me, and then it become all head. So if I never appear, I'm not going to grab buckets off it. I'm not going to throw a tantrum. I'm happy for what happened before, not the future. Live it to the new generation of Rat Packers.
The new generation. You're passing the torch.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I understood.
Yeah, very good.
Dylan M. asks, do you think pro wrestling is as good as it used to be? And if not, when do you think pro wrestling was at its best?
Well, I really don't watch that much wrestling anymore. I think it comes with as I become a little more mature. I got different interests, and I can't say if the product today is better or worse than the product of yesterday. I think it's just a personal. It's personal to whomever it pertains to.
JR asked, in the past you've had sex with men. Was it easier to pick up gay men or women while having the speech impediment?
Oh, but that's a... When my track...
Asks, how difficult is it when you order food over the phone? Do they ever get your order right?
You have to speak nice and slow and very deliberate. That's my advice. I don't have what Cracker Bob went through when he ordered stuff, on the phone.
And Diggy my name. Diggy my name.
Yeah. Okay. Question from Crix B. Crix asks, being that you have been with both men and women, here's a double F, Marry, Kill for you.
Okay.
Jason, Benji, and JD, and then Lisa, Rob.
I would probably, nothing personal, guys, but I would probably marry Jason, JD, and Benji.
Awesome.
For whatever reason, I cannot make sense of it myself.
It's just what your heart says.
The woman.
And the women are Lisa G, Robin, and myself.
Oh, I would marry Lisa G, you.
Thank you.
Not in that way. And kill Robin.
In what way would you be f***ing me?
Like a dog in hate.
I'm kind of flattered by that.
Okay.
Okay. I want to thank Fred for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can email them, you can even send a video submission and be a part of this show. Remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time. Did you have a fine time?
I did. And people, send in more questions about me so Rachel can invite me here again.
That's a great idea. I actually had a bonus request from Clayton B, if you have a second.
Yeah.
He wants you to repeat after me. Are you ready?
Okay, whatever.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Was that good or bad?
I think it was pretty good. I understood it. Nice work.
I think the problem is if I'm not going to say next, I have no problem saying long words. When I was younger, I used to be more of a stutterer than Stuttering John back then. So, but now I offer thumbs up, but I still got this great voice. Yes.
Great voice indeed.
Yeah, whatever.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Oh, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey, Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, whack backers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, today I'm coming to you from Radio City Music Hall, where we get the Fine Time opportunity to sit down with Howard's co-judges. That's right, Mel B, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel. Watch what happens when we ask them your questions. We got tons of questions from all of Howard's fans, so I'm happy to sit down with you guys today.
Oh, dear.
First one, I know, prepare yourself.
I'm scared.
First one comes from Kim Rossi S. She asks, were you intimidated to work with Howard, and what's the biggest misconception that has changed?
Who are you talking to?
Whoever, you want to take it first?
I will take it
okay.
first. I was not intimidated. I was excited to work with Howard. I had done his radio show many times.
Yep.
And I was not surprised because I know him, but I think people are surprised. Well, I'm still surprised. He's a surprising, guy. Just when you think you know him, he'll surprise. Like, he'll see an act and you think, there's no way Howard's going to love this. And he becomes like a marshmallow, and he gets very sensitive about, something. And you go, well, is this Fart Man? Is this,
Sure. Is this the guy that burps all the time?
Yeah.
And have to change the station?
Has he lived up to everything you thought he was?
I thought he would be more mean, and he's not.
He's not.
He's not. He has a very soft heart. Hard shell, soft inside.
But he's also very inappropriate, which I love, because I find that funny. But I do think he's like a big, cuddly teddy bear.
Yeah.
You just kind of want to give him a hug.
Have you guys cuddled him?
I have.
You really have?
Yeah.
Spooning or just like a
no,
cuddle?
No, it's like a stand-up cuddle.
Stand-up cuddle. Both
yeah,
dressed?
Like a
Were you both
down.
dressed?
Well, of course I was.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the standard greeting of a new judge is.
He's so tall. It's really tall. Yes, it is.
Oh, so a cuddle is could be a mouthful.
That's what it's saying.
If you hug him front to front, you could choke.
Oh, I'm not that short.
No, he's that tall. Without your heels, how tall are you?
5'5".
5'5". I think that's exactly where his dick is, right?
That's an excellent point. What did you say?
That's where his dick is. Dick is American for penis. At 5'5".
Did you just really say that?
He did.
Yeah, it's Howard TV. I subscribe to this.
See, I'm going to watch this. You know the level of
I'm a subscriber.
Excellent.
I'll be watching this. Well, this is so weird as a subscriber just to look at myself and go, this is what I'm paying for.
This is awesome. We have a question from John W. John asks, does it upset you guys when Howard calls himself America's judge and claims that your opinions are unimportant?
No, we cut it out.
You cut it out?
When it's live, we cannot cut it out, but the 150,000 times he said it when we were taping, we cut it out.
When the contestants are backstage, do they talk about that I'm America's judge and that I'm the important judge, or am I delusional?
No, they do. When people ask, we get asked that a lot, and most of the time, you're who they bring up.
Right.
So you've created a mental block. What about you, Mel?
I just ignore him.
Okay.
He may be America's judge, but we are the international world judge.
I see. You're the international.
We have traveled outside of America. He has not.
Yes.
Okay.
We have an international sense.
Brandon S. asks, don't you think it's utterly ridiculous that Howard's bodyguard is a small 65-year-old man with a Batman goatee?
That's his body? I thought that's just his driver.
No, Ronnie's the security
guy that carries his jewelry.
Ronnie's the head of security. How's your experience?
I didn't realize that he was security.
Really?
No, I thought he was just the driver.
Is he undercover?
No, you know him, Ronnie. He's up there with the weird mustache.
Yeah.
Ronnie's the security guy?
How did you not know that?
Because everybody keeps walking by him and getting into Howard's room. That's the guy, if you want to get to Howard, go by the guy with the Batman mustache. Everybody knows that. Fans here go, we can't get in, we can't get in. You know the seating here, thousands of people are lined up and they look for the guy, the driver with the Batman, and they go around that guy. That's how they get in.
Also, when we're doing the show, he's always like slapping his legs and he's clapping and laughing. He's totally watching the show instead of the people.
Right. He doesn't watch. He doesn't watch.
So he was the security guy. Hopefully he still will be after this
I didn't know. No, it's good to know. You know something? The interviewer usually, but the people, it's great when the people that are being interviewed are learning something.
This is good.
That's good. That's why I love this show.
So we have to be careful.
What?
Because he's the security.
No, now that we know that he's a security guy, we don't have to be careful.
Yeah.
We thought there was some highfalutin security company. Not so much.
Not so much. Milby, this question's for you from DZ. D asks, if Howard was a Spice Girl, what would his Spice nickname be?
Probably Grumpy Spice. Grumpy Spice or Lanky Spice.
Lanky Spice.
Not Jewy?
Lanky.
Jewy
No, that's
Spice?
racist.
No, it's not.
Because
I'm
well,
a Jew. I
it
can
is a
say
little
that.
bit. I
Jewy.
can't say that. You can say because you're a Jew. I can't. Because
Give me what you want, what you
I
really,
can't say
really
it
want.
either.
For
I'm
10%
German.
off.
Oh, get me involved here. No, because I love when you say Grumpy Spice.
Grumpy. Yeah, he would be grumpy actually. That is a good one. Yeah.
Grumpy Spice.
Question for Heidi from Ryan M. Ryan asks, do you have a secret little crush on Howard? Because I believe you do.
I have an open crush on Howard, not a secret one.
Okay. Do you find him very attractive?
No, I don't have a crush on him. I think that he's handsome. He is attractive. He is very smart.
Yeah.
Do you think
I love
Howie's
that. He's
smart
funny.
and attractive too?
I do.
Yeah.
Not when you have red shorts on. I told you that. When you dress like this.
Oh yeah,
that's so
those
much
jeans you
beautiful.
I
wore.
wear red. I have a red mankini that I was wearing the other day, and she
You
didn't
know
like
when
it.
he has help for the show,
Sure.
he looks awesome.
You don't like the way I
But
dress?
when he dresses,
When he
off
dresses
camera,
just the way he dresses as
Not
being
good.
Howie Mandel,
It's horrible.
iffy.
it's dodgy.
But still, it makes me more
Tourist.
attractive.
You look a little bit like a tourist.
I am a tourist. I don't live here.
It looks like you need to have one of those passport neck holders. You know,
A fanny pack.
Yeah, but you can have those when you put them around your neck. You put your passport.
But that's
and your
not the
money
question.
in.
I'm
Then you're
attractive, right?
perfect.
Am I attractive?
Apart from the outfit.
Who's more attractive,
Very
me or
attractive.
Howard?
I think both for your age, you look good.
Don't ask for your
I'm
age.
just saying.
Yes, and you're smart for a retarded girl.
Oh.
Was that wrong to say on TV?
You know.
Okay.
That's Howard TV.
Inappropriate.
This is a good lead into the next question for you, Howie. This is from @Razvaz. He asks, has Ronnie continued to call you cute or given you any other
That
weird
really
compliments?
threw me that
I know
day.
it did. So
Ronnie,
he
I
got-
came out of the dressing room today. I don't know if you girls heard this. I walked out of the dressing room, speaking of the way I dress, and Ronnie's sitting there. I didn't know, head of security, and he goes, I'm being honest, you look cute today. And I just didn't know how to respond. I wasn't going for that.
That just adds to the list of his weirdness.
Really?
Yeah.
You did look cute, dude.
A man doesn't say to another man you look cute.
Well, I said it to you because you look cute.
But because
Did you think that you look cute?
No,
Did you
I never
find that?
think I
Was
look
he
cute.
coming
I
on
don't
to
go
you?
for cute. Like today, I'm
You
going for
hot.
Did I achieve it?
Yes.
I think you look good.
I look really hot.
here's a
I'm
question.
feeling particularly sexy.
You look sexy tonight. This is a sexy
It's our
look.
TV.
Yes.
This is the place to look sexy.
It is.
Those foot pants are very tight.
They are tight.
Yep.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just looked.
We all
Why
look.
didn't you look?
All three of us look.
I didn't look.
Did you look?
I know.
How do you know that's right?
I just.
You can tell.
I'm not looking.
His
Peripheral
voice
vision.
was higher or what?
No.
Question for all of you from Daniel R. Daniel asks, have any of you had a strange or unusual Stern Show related fan interaction since working with Howard?
Yes.
Tell me.
Yes. So the first day that we were here live at High-Pitched Eric
Oh, yeah.
is in the crowd. Outside, we're doing this red carpet thing. And I'm doing all these interviews. And I hear, Howie! 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 Hey, Howie! 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 For hours. I mean, and we're doing all these other media things. Howie! 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 For hours. Finally, I see him and I just want the sound to stop. I just want it to stop.
Howie! 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 Howie!
So I walk over to Eric. He goes, Howie! I go, I'm right here. He goes, is there any way you can get Mel B to come over? That was my strange interaction. That's High-Pitched
He
Eric.
does have a lot of followers.
Yeah.
I wasn't like fully aware. I mean, there's
Who?
Howard.
Oh, High-Pitched Eric.
Yeah, he's always there, and there's always a lady with a crown.
Marianne.
That's Marianne.
Always
from
there.
Another great
I mean,
voice.
It's hardcore. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All we need is Howard in our life.
Howie! Howie!
Right?
For somebody that's in radio, where sound is the basic, he is surrounded by the most annoying sounds in the world.
Excellent point.
It really is. I mean, his whole industry is audio, and he's got High-Pitched Eric and Marianne from Brooklyn. It's the most grating, but he makes it work.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Question from Dr. Mike for the ladies. He asks, if you had to be stranded on a desert island with either Howard, Nick, or Howie, who would you pick and why? Mel, you want to take it first?
Nick, because he's black.
Okay. That's it.
Really?
And I was racist with Jewy spice?
Go stick with my peeps.
Okay. Fair enough. How about
Wow.
you? Can I have them all? You get one.
I can't
Two
choose.
people
I'm
on
a
the island.
Gemini.
Why can't we all just get along? I'm not allowed on your black island.
Can't go on our Black Island.
Really? My
You
God.
have to choose one person.
It's one person.
Really? I know.
I don't want to choose.
Oh, Mel Dean.
I don't want to choose.
Miss Mel Dean.
I don't want to choose.
Instead of Paula.
I'll make it easier. So, what if you had to pick between Heidi and Mel? One person on your desert island.
Mel, because she's black. And I don't.
You expect.
Well, it's the island. I don't know how the islands work. I just found out how they work, and I don't want any trouble. No, both. Can I have both? Can you sneak her in?
I'm a Gemini. There's two of me, and I would like.
Oh, then I would like that. I'd like a menage with Heidi.
That's fair. You're not a Gemini, though.
I'm a Gemini, too.
I'm married to a Gemini.
We're both Geminis.
You are not a Gemini.
No, I'm a Sagittarius.
I'm a Gemini.
So what does that mean?
I can have more. I'm two.
You can do more. That's what I said. I can have a menage with you.
Next question.
Can I have a menage with you?
Next question is for Howie.
I'm schizophrenic, so I can always have a menage with whoever.
While we're talking mental health, Artie asks, what are your best OCD coping mechanisms?
Oh, medication.
Medication, that's
I'm
good.
medicated as
It's
we
a lot
speak.
of people and stuff and desks and surfaces.
As we
freak you
speak,
out?
I'm on, everything freaks me out.
Yeah.
I'm medicated. I'm worried about the germs I can get from the island.
Right, from Black Island?
Go to my island, Black.
You're going to get letters.
She said it was Black Island.
No, I was
Where are my
you're being
earplugs?
serious.
I need
This is
earplugs.
wrong. She is so wrong.
That's it, I'm leaving.
Question from LB before you leave.
Oh, my
when did you
God.
stop being...
What year is this?
When did you stop being Scary Spice and start being Mel B?
I think I'm always going to be Scary Spice. Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I've been Scary Spice for nearly over 20 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to stop.
But I don't think I think you are Scary Spice not because you are scary. It's because she's not scared of anything. Don't you think?
There you go.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I was scared of that snake.
That was
really.
I was.
I met
Yeah,
a guy
I
named
was.
Scary Larry.
On that
Always
note,
going to be Scary Larry.
That's fantastic. I want to take this. This is the part where I end it. I want
Why?
to take this because there's a whole schedule and you have places to go. I don't want to take all your.
Why do you point at something that's not a watch?
I know that if I had one, it would. They would. Do
Look,
you have
you've
one
got
for
places
me?
to go. Look at that.
On my arm. I'm
Why
going to
do you
spend
do that?
time on my arm. I want to thank Howie, Mel, and Heidi for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can send a video submission, and even be a part of the show. And remember,
You know what
this
you
is
do if you
your
don't have a
show,
watch?
so don't
You
screw
should
it up.
lie on your back and use your breast as a sundial. And you can tell that's how you can tell the time.
They're real.
She
I
has
don't
good
think it would
boobs.
work.
She wouldn't be on Howard TV if she didn't have
Send
good
us more of these great questions.
Have you flashed
You
your
will get
boobs?
more of this mumble.
They've always been covered.
Always been covered.
They've always been covered.
From birth.
I mean, since I was born, I came out with a bikini top on. Hope you guys had a fine time.
I did.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
What happens when Howard Stern's staff asks him the questions they've always wanted answered? It's time to Ask Howard with Rachel Fine.
And we're back for an all-new episode of Ask Howard. Are you ready?
I am ready. The last episode of Ask Howard was very exciting.
It was.
I got ridiculed for showing what was in my man purse. A lot of people called me a pussy and worse.
No.
But I am ready. It's all right. I can handle it. I've been criticized by my so-called fans before. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
First question comes to us from Shuli Agar at Howard 100 News.
When you're having a bad day, who is the most annoying person you can interact with?
Gary. When I am really ragged out and Gary says anything to me, and I see him, wolf, or he starts in the morning, I get crazy. There's no rationale for it. It doesn't make sense. I shouldn't be that way, but I am. Gary gets it. But today he's like extra phlegmy. He was like, and he doesn't want to clear his throat in front of me, so he just gets worse and worse.
Does it often happen that, then he can't even get the words out?
Yeah. And then he walks away and he just goes, and like he's quietly, he waits for me to play something so he can quietly clear his throat. in the old days, sometimes I would get annoyed with Fred because he would chew his pen when we would write together. And it would drive me crazy because he would, like, when Fred is thinking of something funny, he won't give you an answer like right away. He has to think. So he would chew on his pen and he'd be like, and then like his eyes would kind of go, and he'd go. I used to go nuts from that. Little things would drive me crazy like that. But that's Fred's process. Fred isn't one of those guys that'll come right out with something. He likes to ruminate. And so, you know, but Gary's my guy.
He's your guy.
Yeah, that's his main job, letting me get annoyed with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Question from John Hine.
How difficult will it be for you to finally step away from the mic?
That's a really good question. I have the feeling I don't think I could ever do it, but maybe I could. I keep fantasizing that I could, but I don't know when that would be. And, you know, I still enjoy doing the radio show. I still get something from it. And I know that when we have time away, I'm like, wow, I need to get on the air. I start to get like a weird feeling like I've been away, you know, and it doesn't feel right. So it would be difficult for me to stop broadcasting altogether, I think.
Do you see yourself ever retiring from any entertainment, or it's something you'll do the rest of your life?
I probably will. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's a funny thing. I've always felt that as long as you're effective and you do your thing, hey, why not keep doing it? But it seems, how do you know when you're really being effective? It's a catch-22. So right now, I couldn't give you a date when I would stop broadcasting.
Good. Question from Richie Wilson at Howard TV.
Isn't that the inventor of the kittens?
That is the inventor. Yes, it is.
That's what I thought it was.
Proud sponsor.
Yeah.
Aside from the loss of Bianca, what moment almost made you cry on the air?
A few times I got emotional when I talked about Robin. I've said some things about Robin that are from the heart.
Where I would lose courage, Robin always has the courage. She always is the brave one. Always the brave one with me. I could go to her and, you know, I could always rely on her. I feel very loyal to her, and she's loyal to me. Same with Fred and Gary. I would think that would be it. Bianca was, yeah, that's right. I got emotional about Bianca. My beautiful, beautiful, wonderful dog, Bianca, died.
Yeah, I heard that. And I didn't know if you were going to bring it up.
Well, I don't want to because I will start to cry, and I don't want to cry on the air because you guys are so f***ing brutal.
What else? I think, you know, I know when my kids were born, I was happy. I didn't cry or something like that, but I remember feeling emotional. And there's, I can't remember too many other moments, actually.
I know we just passed the 1-year anniversary for Bianca. Does it still kind of choke you up to think about?
Yeah. Beth and I love that dog. That was a great, great dog. And, you know, Beth and I don't have children of our own, so, you know, I have my kids, but we never shared having a child, and Bianca really was our child. So it was tough. It was tough.
Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with us. This was awesome.
You're right. That was awesome, and so were you.
Thank
we
you.
should be very proud of ourselves.
Oh, I'm proud.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
When Howard Stern's staff asks him the questions they've always wanted answered. It's time to Ask Howard with Rachel Fine.
And we're back for an all-new episode of Ask Howard. Are you ready?
I am ready. The last episode of Ask Howard was very exciting.
It was.
I got ridiculed for showing what was in my man purse. A lot of people called me a pussy and worse.
No.
But I am ready. It's all right. I can handle it. I've been criticized by my so-called fans before. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
First question comes to us from Shuli Agar at Howard 100 News.
When you're having a bad day, who is the most annoying person you can interact with?
Gary. When I am really ragged out and Gary says anything to me, and I see him, wolf, or he starts in the morning, I get crazy. There's no rationale for it. It doesn't make sense. I shouldn't be that way, but I am. Gary gets it.
But today he's like extra phlegmy. He was like, and he doesn't want to clear his throat in front of me, so he just gets worse and worse.
Does it often happen that, then he can't even get the words out?
Yeah. And then he walks away and he just goes, and like he waits for me to play something so he can quietly clear his throat. In the old days, sometimes I would get annoyed with Fred because he would chew his pen when we would write together. And it would drive me crazy because he would, like, when Fred is thinking of something funny, he won't give you an answer like right away. He has to think. So he would chew on his pen and he'd be like, and then like his eyes would kind of go, and he'd go, I used to go nuts from that. Little things would drive me crazy like that. But that's Fred's process. Fred isn't one of those guys that'll come right out with something. He likes to ruminate. And so, but Gary's my guy.
He's your guy.
Yeah, that's his main job, letting me get annoyed with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Question from John Hine.
How difficult will it be for you to finally step away from the mic?
That's a really good question. I have the feeling I don't think I could ever do it, but maybe I could. I keep fantasizing that I could, but I don't know when that would be. And, I still enjoy doing the radio show. I still get something from it. And I know that when we have time away, I'm like, wow, I need to get on the air. I start to get like a weird feeling like I've been away, and it doesn't feel right. So it would be difficult for me to stop broadcasting altogether, I think.
Do you see yourself ever retiring from any entertainment, or it's something you'll do the rest of your life?
I probably will. I mean, I don't know. It's a funny thing. I've always felt that as long as you're effective and you do your thing, hey, why not keep doing it? But it seems, how do you know when you're really being effective? It's a catch-22. So right now, I couldn't give you a date when I would stop broadcasting.
Good. Question from Richie Wilson at Howard TV.
Isn't that the inventor of the Shittens?
That is the Shittens inventor. Yes, it is.
That's what I thought it was.
Proud sponsor.
Yeah.
Aside from the loss of Bianca, what moment almost made you cry on the air?
A few times I got emotional when I talked about Robin. I've said some things about Robin that are from the heart.
Where I would lose courage, Robin always has the courage. She always is the brave one. Always the brave one with me. I could go to her and, I could always rely on her.
I feel very loyal to her, and she's loyal to me. Same with Fred and Gary. I would think that would be it. Bianca was, yeah, that's right. I got emotional about Bianca.
My beautiful, beautiful, wonderful dog, Bianca, died.
Yeah, I heard that. And I didn't know if you were going to bring it up.
Well, I don't want to because I will start to cry, and I don't want to cry on the air because you guys are so fucking brutal.
What else? I think, I know when my kids were born, I was happy. I didn't cry or something like that, but I remember feeling emotional. And I can't remember too many other moments, actually.
I know we just passed the 1-year anniversary for Bianca. Does it still kind of choke you up to think about?
Yeah. Beth and I love that dog. That was a great, great dog. And, Beth and I don't have children of our own, so, I have my kids, but we never shared having a child, and Bianca really was our child. So it was tough.
Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with us. This was awesome.
You're right. It was awesome, and so were you. We should be very proud of ourselves.
Oh, I'm proud.
Let's go over the notes.
I'll take care of this. At the end, he's got his band, 𝗛gsmå. They're like and we promised we would talk to those guys at the end.
All right, I'll talk to them.
I think, by the way, you're probably one too.
CeeLo Green is a judge on The Voice. He also has had multiple Grammys, hit songs, an incredible life, which I don't know how many people are aware of CeeLo's life. Look at that. There you are, man.
Hey, man.
Look at this.
How are you?
Wow. World famous CeeLo.
I was about to say the same thing about you, Howard.
I was reading 𝗪 is, of course, not your real name, but a nickname given to you.
Yeah, my name is Carlo.
Carlo, so it became 𝗪.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carlo. Carlo 𝗪, great to see you.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
When you leave The Voice, I mean, The Voice has been great for your career because so many of us get to know you as a person as opposed to just the singer.
Yes.
Why leave for a whole year? I mean, you're on a roll. The show is a phenomenal hit for NBC, and they need hits. I mean, you've got to be very, very valuable to them.
Definitely.
Why leave for a year, let Usher take over? You know what I mean? Like, why not just stick with it?
Well, you know, it really wasn't my idea, but we did discuss prior to about the option of maybe switching out the coaches here and there whenever, you know, an event may have presented itself where someone wanted to do something outside of the show.
So it wasn't your idea. It was NBC said, hey, we need to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think maybe the second or third season, maybe the ratings started to slip a little bit, and they were trying to figure out how they could
jack it up.
Yeah, just a bit. And I also had some other things I wanted to do because I had already had a prior obligation to go to Vegas, and I did a residency there for about 2 months.
When you say a residency, in other words, 2 months at the same venue.
Yeah.
And you do the show every night from that venue.
Yes.
Which is a great deal for an artist, right? You don't have to go on the road. You don't have to travel. It's all the same theater.
I rather enjoyed it. Yes, I really enjoyed doing Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, when you do a show like The Voice, does your price then go up as a performer because everyone just kind of wants to be around the guy from The Voice?
It does. It doesn't hurt in negotiations. No.
Were you upset that Adam Levine and 𝗦𝗵cie Shelton were asked to stay on, and the idea of changing it up was changing you out and Christina Aguilera?
I was not. You know what? I got to say that I probably came on with the assumption that, you know, not what expendable is a strong word. You know, I didn't think that I was as well known. I mean, like maybe some people even questioned, you know,
you being there in the first place.
Exactly.
Right.
And so I had to put in a lot of work to really to distinguish myself, and I think I ended up making myself irreplaceable on the show. Actually.
Well, is that what this year proved? In other words, Usher filled in for you.
Yeah.
Did you watch it when Usher was on?
I watched some of it, and I got the opportunity to see why it's such a great show, to see it from a fan's perspective.
Right.
And I said, yeah, I said, this is a really great premise and really great concept.
Did you get aggravated when you'd see Usher and say, you know, what if he does a better job? What if he's sort of more attractive in this role than I am?
Well, I assumed that he knew he'd had some big shoes to fill coming into the show.
Right.
But no, I wasn't threatened by his temporary position because I knew that he wouldn't do exactly what I did and probably would try to find his own niche there.
Were you hoping that the ratings would drop with him there?
I just kind of assumed that they would.
And they did, didn't they? A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but enough that they
Are
said...
you blaming Usher?
Yes.
No. I'm not blaming Usher. No. You know what? If I would have shared the show with anybody, it would have been Usher. We grew up together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we both come from Atlanta, Georgia. We started from the same music collective, the Dungeon Family, that spawned my original group, Goody Mob and Outkast, and a host of others. So.
I didn't realize how, you know, shitty your childhood really was.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of like, you know, I started to look into you, and I said, you know, it was a really bad background. And it is amazing that you overcame the background and sort of became this big success in the music industry. Because, I mean, you were kind of on your way to the thug life, weren't you? I mean, you were robbing homeless people.
Yeah, I did that before.
You were beating, you were abusive to animals even.
Once before, yes.
Yes, and what does that mean, being abusive to animals? Like, what would you do?
Well, it's a very, very peculiar story. But we were kids, and there was a bird with a broken wing, and we weren't so kind to. And I was kind of speaking about that one incident, but it wasn't something habitual, something that
You had an anger inside of you. You probably are you in therapy at all?
I've gone to therapy.
Right, because the kind of anger you had, I'm going back to your parents now, where you grew up. Both your parents were ministers, right?
Yes.
Your father died when you were 2. All right, that's got to make a kid angry right off the bat.
That's right.
All right, your dad is taken from you. Your mom, at the age of 16, when you were 16 years old, your mom gets in a car accident and she becomes what, a paraplegic? A quadriplegic.
Yeah.
Did you have to take care of your mother?
I did.
You did. And that makes you even angrier because as a kid, you don't have a father there. And your mother, who's supposed to be taking care of you now, is paralyzed. And now suddenly you're put in the father-mother role.
Right.
That must have made you furious.
Most certainly.
Right.
The most helpless I've ever felt.
Right. And so even that kind of anger, to get rid of it or to live with it, it's almost impossible, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So do you think that's why you went out and attacked people?
Yeah, I definitely had some unfocused and unaddressed energy and trauma.
Yeah. Did you have any kind of mentors when you were growing up who said to you, listen, this kind of anger, we understand what you're going through, son. You know, this is bad for you, but, you know, you got to rise above it.
Yeah, I remember, you know, having a couple of, there was something called a Big Brother program. And
right.
I remember my mother kind of associating with that. And I remember Mr. Bailey, that's his name, used to come by and take me to baseball practice and stuff like that.
So those programs really do work. The Big Brother program where somebody at least takes an interest in you.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of soothes it over just a bit, yeah.
Yeah. And then your mom, after the accident, she died 2 years later.
She did.
So you were basically left without any parents or any sort of, like any kind of guidance system, right?
I had my grandmother, you know, and we were actually all living at my grandmother's house. My grandmother had been a registered nurse for about 20 years, and so my sister also took off from school and became a nurse, and we took care of my mother at home. And at the same time, my grandmother was very sick as well. And I think my mother kind of decided, well, if nobody's going to take better care of me than my grandmother, and so if she's not going to be here, then I don't want to be here either. And I saw her make a decision to move on.
And when you're growing up like that, was music always in your life? Did everyone always consider you a musician, or were they shocked that you suddenly became a musician?
Well, music was not so. I'm probably the most accomplished, but my auntie, you know, is and was a lounge singer, and
right.
So I didn't even stay with my mother a lot when I was growing up. I stayed with my auntie a lot, and so I think she understood the plight of artistry as it's taking shape and form, and so she gave me as much support as she could have.
What did you learn piano? Was that your first instrument?
Drums?
Drums.
Yeah, but they say if you can play the piano, you can play anything.
Right, and then you learned drums. I mean, then you learned piano.
Yes, sir.
And were you a genius at the piano? Were you the type that the teacher immediately goes, "Hey, 𝗫𝗄, you're unbelievable at this"?
I was never a genius, and I'm still not.
No, well, let's be fair. You've written your share of hit songs,
yes.
And even at a young age, you got picked up by record companies. How old were you when you got your first record contract?
17.
17 years old. That's considered a prodigy, in my opinion. No.
My mother passed away. Well, she got injured at 16, so my mother passed away the year that my album was being released.
Jeez, she never got to see your success.
She got a chance to hear it. She got a chance to hear that first promotional copy. And my sister was telling me the story. I never knew it until a great while after, but she said that she was there along with her, and she said, well, I want to hear the music. And I think it gave her some closure.
So literally on her deathbed, she got to hear your music.
She did.
And she probably went, oh, my God, this is unbelievable that my son could be doing this.
Right.
And all the years you were acting out, you were involved with music, too. So, like, when you would go out and, I don't know, mug a guy or rob somebody, you even rob people of their jewelry and things like that.
I did.
Why do you think you didn't go to the life of crime? Because of music?
Well, I mean, criminology is also a talent or a genius, if you will, and I think that it's I think I could be described as an artist without an outlet. You know, I didn't realize that it was something formally that I could do. I thought it was something that, you know, I was a little shy about it initially, but.
Yeah, that probably sounds weird to people. A criminal does have a certain artistry. Anything that you're good at requires
a lot.
Being an artist.
Awful lot of focus, yeah.
Right, and so this was your focus, and you were good at it.
It became a power, yeah.
You never got caught robbing anyone?
I got caught doing some shoplifting. I became pretty fond of that.
Like, what is the most amount of money you've ever stolen?
Never cash, just like items. Like, you know, there was a time, you may remember this this epidemic, if you will, like, you know, of starter jackets, the team jackets.
Yeah.
This was going on in many major cities of where, you know, kids were getting killed and, you know,
over sneakers, over jackets. Yeah.
So I never killed anyone, you know, and I became like the character Debo in Friday, you know what I mean, where people would see me coming, and I used to do what was called strong arm robbery. I never had to, you know, it was never armed robbery. I was just like, you know, give it to me.
You never did a break-in? You did a break-in.
I've done a couple of break-ins.
And what'd you steal? Mostly jewelry?
Whatever we could snatch and grab, basically.
Right. So, I mean, if you were that good at it, which it sounds like you were, and you were sort of a tough guy, too, right? I mean, you could handle yourself in a fight.
Yeah.
You're a powerful guy. Did you ever beat someone up to the point where they were unconscious?
Maybe they came to after we were gone.
Yeah. But, I mean, because, I don't know, you seem like such a gentle spirit, like almost like a hippie in a weird way. And yet, when I read about your background, you were this tough thug.
You know what, man? I only mention it because it's such a testimony. I really would love for people to know the true story and the very humble beginnings that I come from.
Yeah.
And what a change I've been able to make. Like, music saved my life.
It really did.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have ended up in jail or dead or something.
As many of my other friends.
Were you ever formerly a member of a gang of some sort of gang?
Well, gangs weren't really big in Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm from. Just rival high schools, and so. But there was some gang association.
And rival high schools, it sounds like it's sort of fun. It's very vicious. But my high school had Roosevelt High School had a war going with Malvern High School. Right. And everyone pulled out knives. I saw people get stabbed. And I mean, you're talking about it's vicious sometimes. It makes no sense.
Knives and bats and crowbars and stuff like that. So I lived right across the street from a park called the Rec. It was short for the recreation center. Right. And I was an underclassman, but the high school was this way and the middle school this way, and the rival high school was right around the corner. And so after a football game, everybody would come to this Rec, and it was like a scene from The Outsiders, Pony Boy and Dally. It was big high school fights.
And you had to fight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and you could handle yourself.
I was an onlooker at the time, and I kind of wanted to get involved. I'm like, wow, look at that,
Yeah, like you kind of going, am I man enough to go in and fight this fight?
I think that's the way that we kind of sit and root at boxing matches. Like, if I was in there, I would hit him with a left. No, go this way, go this way. You kind of root on as if to say, if I was in your position, I would have done this.
So what's so weird to me is here's a guy who's stealing and fights and stuff, and then also getting a record contract at 17. It's weird.
Well, I've got to give a lot of credit to my aunt. She
did a lot of the guys you were hanging with, did they get jealous when you started to get successful?
No, because almost everybody who I was friends with, we all ended up miraculously doing music. Like whether it be Andre 3000 from Outkast, like we went to elementary school together.
You knew Andre 2000 from that guy's a genius, right?
Yeah, smart.
Would you say did you recognize his musical abilities when he was young?
Not so much. We were all like what you call play cousins, so we were very close as friends.
Did you ever collaborate with him?
Yeah, my debut was on their first album.
Oh, it was? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so when you lay down at night, do you ever think back on those days and feel guilty, or you just say, hey, fuck it, I'm glad I got out of that whole thing?
No, I do. I feel a great deal of remorse, and a lot of what my motivation is to outshine, and outdo, and rectify a lot of that wrong.
Yeah, I would think mugging a person though, when you feel so powerless in your life, the only way you can feel powerful is to physically take over someone.
Yeah.
And take something from them and actually physically dominate them.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense? Instead of just like lashing out and understanding that you're angry because your mother's gone, your father died when you were 2, you're just this misery.
Right.
Somehow it makes you feel better to mug someone. It sounds weird, but maybe that's the way it operates.
Well, yeah, as they say, hurt people hurt people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hurt people.
I know Mike Tyson, when he was in, also said he was afraid all the time. That's one of the other motivating factors. If you're fearful, you want to put on this brave front
and
prove that you're a tough guy.
I read an interview with Vin Diesel,
right.
And he said something that was pretty profound, and I was able to relate to it. He said that the artistry, the purity in heart, he knew growing up in New York City that this was something that he would need to protect.
Yeah.
And I was really moved by that. I said, yeah, I think I kind of felt like that.
Your first couple of albums were not commercial successes. Your first couple of albums were with the Goody Mob, right?
Yes.
And you guys get this deal with a record label, and you probably assume, hey, once I get a record deal, my life's set, man. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be on tour. It's going to be great. It doesn't work like that, does it?
It does not work like that. We did our first album for $20,000, and there's 4 of us, so we got $5,000 a piece.
Yeah.
I thought I was rich.
Yeah.
And
the record company kind of pumps you up. Hey, it's going to be big. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. And then it kind of just doesn't go anywhere.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't, and it's weird. Was the Goody Mob like? Were you guys just distraught when the record doesn't make it, or you just? What's the feeling there?
I don't think there was any other option. I think we just had that camaraderie and that bond that we had all gone to school and grew up together in the same neighborhood, and so we had each other at least. And so we did an awful lot of traveling and really working that album up into it took us a year, but we worked it, toured it until it became a gold album, and we ultimately went on to have 3 consecutive gold albums.
Isn't it amazing when you are on The Voice and you see some people there who are older and they want this success? Don't you almost want to grab them and say, don't you know how hard I had to work to get this success? It's not a question of being a great technical singer, perhaps.
Right, exactly.
It's really about writing songs, learning how to maintain an audience, how to work that audience, how to please an audience live. It's almost impossible to go on The Voice and win and then have this huge career. There's got to be this hard work period of time, right?
It's very surreal, and that's the humility, that's the genuineness I think that people feel from me. I'm just in as much awe of it as anybody else. I'm just very thankful, very grateful, and trying to earn the privilege that I've been given, trying to deserve it more and more.
Why did you break up with the Goody Mob? Was it because the group wasn't having enough success for you, or and then your trajectory, if I've got it right, was Goody Mob, Gnarls Barkley?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Goody Mob breaks up. Are those guys pissed at you because here you put in all this time with them and then you just leave?
Well, our third album, World Party, was just more of an artistic difference. I think I just wanted to go in a different direction, and I thought hip hop, or rap music was limiting, and I knew that I was capable of more. Didn't quite know what the future would hold for me, but I was willing to take that leap,
Yeah.
And we discussed it, and we went in different directions, and mine happened to pan out for me, and then also a number of different things happened. A member, 𝗪𝗄𝗄, was in a car accident as well and lost a leg. And so a couple of months
cars keep fucking up your life, don't they, man?
Yeah.
Between your mother and 𝗪𝗄𝗄, right?
But ironically enough, it brought us all back together because we hadn't talked. We most certainly hadn't worked together. But
it was a nasty breakup.
Yeah, no, it wasn't really nasty. But people try to make it a lot nastier than it was. We really communicated all throughout what kind of spilled over out into the public.
Gnarls Barkley was you and that guy Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
And Danger Mouse has gone on to a big career as well.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with That's the guy with the fucking mouse head, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Isn't that weird, man? Like, you got to work with a mouse head on? I mean...
You know what? It's something that you definitely take notice to. It's pretty absurd, but he was talented. And
But Danger Mouse is the music guy, right?
Yeah, he's a producer.
He's a producer.
Yeah.
And you're really the front man of Gnarls Barkley.
Yes.
I mean, you're singing, you're doing the whole thing.
I write the songs.
Why did you and Danger Mouse break up? I mean, what was the beef? Because you guys don't get along now, do you?
No, we do, actually.
You do?
Well, but again, I had... Well, let me say this. We're cool, and we didn't really know what to expect from Gnarls Barkley. We did it out of pocket. We did it independently,
right.
Not really knowing what to expect. I liked what he did. He played me some tracks. I did a remix to a song for another project he was working on. And in this recording session, he said to me, hey, if you don't mind, if you got a little time, I want to play you a couple other things. I said, sure. And he played me some things. I said, wow, this is amazing. I said, I'd like to use a couple of these tracks. And he said, well, I didn't realize he was bluffing me until years later. He said, well, I don't just do tracks, I do albums. And I said, well, shit, let's do an album.
Right. And that's why the name Gnarls Barkley? I always think, is it? I don't even know that story. Is it because Charles Barkley?
Well, yeah, it's just kind of like good old-fashioned rock and roll. It's just absurd enough to be, quotable. So we went from Gnarls Barkley to Prince Gnarls and Gnarls in Charge and Bob Gnarly.
CeeLo, how does it work? Well, if a guy comes to you and plays great tracks like Danger Mouse did, what do you do? Then you got to sit down and figure out what the lead vocal is and where to go with that song? Is that how it works? Like you got to go off into a room somewhere and figure that all out?
Well, it's like, it can happen either one or two ways. It can totally compel some real life experience, or it can, something can be highly imaginative. It's like that broken heart pendant. Sometimes the singer and the track itself, come together. It's like, oh, like we found each other. We found it's like rekindled, so to speak. So his music really compelled a really deep introspection, and I realized that this producer, was as troubled, and as miserable as I was at the time, going through a divorce, losing my record deal, and having just enough money to do that album.
When you were in Gnarls Barkley, this song "Crazy,"
yeah,
that was what you and Danger Mouse did together.
That's right.
And Crazy is the first song that really breaks big, or was that was the big one, right?
Yeah.
How many people have recorded the song Crazy? I mean, besides yourself?
Oh, I mean, everybody from 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗱 to Ray LaMontagne to Billy Idol. I've seen him sing it.
And isn't it financially fantastic when someone else records your song? Because that's ka-ching time, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Every artist I ever spoke to said that's where it's at, cover versions.
It's the honor of it, the compliment of it, to have connected with so many people I've never met, and to feel so alone in that emotion, and to be shared with so many people throughout the world is very sweet.
Well, so many people respond to this song. It's so great. How many did you win Grammys for this one?
Yes, sir.
How many did you win?
2.
2 Grammys?
Yes.
For songwriting and for what, like Record of the Year or something?
I think we lost our Record of the Year, but I think we got Video of the Year for this.
Who did you lose to for Record of the Year on this one?
Oh, I can't remember.
I'll tell you who it was.
Dixie Chicks.
That's right, Dixie
right.
Chicks.
I remember.
That's right. Did that piss you off?
Yeah, it seemed a little politically incorrect, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little disappointing, no doubt.
It was disappointing because you
get mad?
Well, you think because your song was better, right? You're saying?
Well, I had heard my song more often. I had never even heard this song, so I was like, wow, okay.
Do you have a favorite cover version of this song?
They're all wonderful.
Beyonce did a version. Is that that's a great honor, right?
It's a great honor.
Did she record it on one of her albums? Crazy.
I was going to say, are all of these recorded or?
Well, I know she does a live rendition of it. She kind of mashes it up with "Crazy in Love," and I know she does it.
But we don't like when they do the live version on tour because we can't get paid for that, right? You only get paid when they record it and put it on an album. Am I correct or am I incorrect?
You're correct, but the compliment is priceless.
It is. Yeah. Do you ever fantasize about being married to a woman like Beyonce? When I think about Jay-Z and Beyonce, I think about, wow, what a powerful couple, and how comforting to have a wife who's a big earner like that. Or do you think it would be intimidating?
No, I can handle her.
You could handle it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You attracted to her?
She's a very powerful woman.
Not your type?
Not necessarily my type, though.
Who is your type? You know, I always thought you were gay.
Who are you dating? Have you ever been married?
Yeah, yes, he was married. And you have a biological child.
I have a biological son.
And you adopted her two daughters.
That's right.
But then you guys broke up. What broke you up? The fame?
Irreconcilable differences.
Is it?
No.
You cheated?
I didn't cheat.
Really?
I'm a loyalist, man. I'm a loyal dog.
But wasn't it difficult? The more fame you got, the Grammys come and the money comes.
I'll tell you something sweet about it. After our divorce, we were talking, and it was right after our divorce that 𝗦𝗁𝗲𝗏 came about.
Right.
And she called me and she said, wow, congratulations. She said, if I had known that I was holding you back from this, I would have let go a long time ago.
What a loving thing to say.
Yeah.
Was she holding you back from that in a way? Because is marriage too domestic for you that you've got to be free to go out at night? Musician's life is at night and hanging out and sort of connecting with different musicians.
You know what? I think love in layman's terms would be defined as being out of control.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I would have sacrificed. I would have never known this reality out of that love for her.
But why wouldn't 𝗦𝗁𝗏𝗏 come about if you were married? I mean, I don't understand
because,
that.
Ironically enough, the incident inspired the album. St. Elsewhere kind of is symbolically about sailing away from her.
So
the title track is about my divorce.
Are you saying that sometimes artists have to be in great pain in order to create great music?
Out of atrocity comes art.
Right. So the breakup broke your heart so much. Was Crazy about that breakup?
Well, Crazy was about my insistence on being an individual. You know, and we had this conversation, me and Danger, about being called crazy, and it's something that I just resented so much my entire life. I'm like, yo, like, I'm actually a very sensible guy. You know what I'm saying? And I was only confirmed this when I was, I acquired a song writing skill, and I could see my sensibility in lyric, and I'm like, no, I'm all right.
Are you a drug guy at all? Were you ever into drugs?
I'm not a big drug guy. I can't say that I am.
Because some artists think they need to get high in order to sort of create.
No. I'm naturally a wildflower.
All right. I think so. Why did people think you were so crazy? Because of your background? Because of your past as a criminal kind of thing?
Yeah, it's pretty dynamic. Those who knew me, like to be able to embody those extremities. I'm a Gemini, if that helps make any sense.
Yeah, the reason I said I thought you were gay is I didn't know much about you when I saw you on The Voice and stuff, and sometimes you'd wear almost like a dress or something.
Just because of the costume?
The costuming made me think, well, hey, this brother might be gay. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know.
No.
You can't dress up unless you're gay.
But actually, further from the truth, you are a womanizer, aren't you? I mean, you love pussy. Is it fair to say that? You love pussy so much.
Well, you can tell that on the show when he turns that chair and sees a beautiful girl.
Have you ever fucked a contestant? Has that ever happened?
I haven't gotten the opportunity to. I've tried.
I'm so sorry.
I've exchanged some numbers.
Right.
I fucked an audience member.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you?
How did you do that? How did you fuck one of the audience members? Because I know on America's Got Talent.
How do you get to the audience?
I'm a judge like you.
I sent somebody.
I find it difficult to connect with the audience that way.
Well,
you spotted somebody in the audience?
Yeah, but as you know, those television stagings, they're a lot smaller than they appear.
Yes, they are.
So I call a wink from somebody. It's like, hey, I like
white woman or black woman?
Black woman.
Black woman.
Yeah.
Do you fuck everybody, or are you strictly a black guy?
No, but I mean, I'm so internationally renowned.
You're open to everything.
I kind of have to just
Have you fucked an Asian woman?
Yeah, but not for free.
You had to pay. Where did you pay an Asian woman to have sex with you?
I got a great massage from a beautiful Asian woman in Japan. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. And then she gave you a happy ending.
She did, but she was gorgeous, just like the ad. She was the exact same.
She
person.
looked like the ad.
Did you have any? So in other words, you had an idea when you go in there it was a rub and tug kind of thing, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, because I have gotten massages throughout my life, on and off. No one has ever jerked me off. What is that feeling like when the woman?
I don't believe that, Howard Stern. You're such a stud.
No, it's so fucking true. I mean, one time I did have an opportunity, but I have a small penis and I was embarrassed.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I do. Are you well hung?
You know what, man? There's a difference between car and driver. I'm a great driver.
Oh, I see. So you're small.
No.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I have a decent-sized dick.
You do?
I saw my friend had a porno on his phone yesterday, and he has an exceptional dick.
Really? You mean this was a friend of yours that shot his own porn?
No. I don't know who the actor was, but he's got a Bravo from us. Maybe I could show it to you or something. But
are you over 9 inches?
No.
No, you're like 7?
I say 7.
7. Everybody I know is above average. Except me.
But I thought 7 was average.
No, 5 is considered average.
Really?
I have 6, and I'm stretched. I'm measuring from my balls. So I'm a bad driver with a bad car.
Stop.
Yeah. I lose on every situation.
I just can't believe it, man. You're too much of a stud.
So go back to your musical career for a second.
Okay.
So Crazy comes out, and that's when the money starts to roll in, right? I mean, you're worth about $21 million, I read.
That's what they're saying. Not anymore. I mean, I used to be. I was rich at one time, but now I'm just fortunate after taxes.
But is that because of your divorce? Did you lose? But you didn't lose a lot of money there because you were kind of broke.
I didn't have any money when I got divorced. No, but and because of that, because of her her grace, she's she's still a very well taken care of.
You will, even though you don't legally have to contribute, you do.
I just love her. I still love her. Ironically enough, the divorce gave forth an opportunity for me to showcase the unconditional love that I actually do have.
When you started to make money, and I mean real money, did you become I want to say uncomfortable with the money because you hadn't had a lot of money your whole life? You were a struggling guy. Did it make you feel a little bizarre to suddenly, I don't know?
I'm not really materialistic, and I'm not an asshole in that kind of way. And it's cool. I mean, it usually happens to people, and it's all right. It's probably natural to go for it in that kind of way. But my greatest extremity is probably clothes and jewelry, and I do a lot of that for stage. And the only reason it becomes
did you buy a nice house?
I still don't have a house.
How do you live in hotels?
Mostly, but I have a place in L.A.
I rent it?
I rent it. A lot of people don't know, The Voice, and a lot of these TV shows, they kind of have housing budgets and traveling budgets, and so The Voice pays for my house in L.A.
Isn't it weird that you don't have a house? I mean, that would seem like a good investment, somewhere to put all your stuff, and call your own.
But it's just like a house is just not a home. You know what I'm saying? So
because you can't live there anyway.
No, and I have a ranch. I have a 10-acre ranch outside of Atlanta, Georgia, that I'm thinking about putting on the market, but I was kind of just holding on to it.
Why? Because you never can get there.
Because I've always wanted to leave, and this is, music is also a way to immortalize your ideal, and your existence here. You know what I mean? And so it's very important to me to do that with this opportunity, and so I kept this ranch because I want to leave a legacy. I've always wanted to give it away. So I feel I've taken so much. My spirit has, it's kind of evolved on to more of something philanthropist, if that's even a word.
You think you'll ever get married again, or will you just live this bachelor lifestyle? It seems to me you're totally comfortable now where you're at.
I'm very comfortable, and I do have a significant other in my life right now.
Oh, you do? You're in love?
Well, I love her for who she is. I love her for allowing me to be myself. So she's not threatened by all of the other women.
How long you been with her?
I've been with her 2 years, and
no other women. You're exclusive with her.
Well, we like women together.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Is that a weird move?
Where do you find a woman like that?
Yeah. Tell us where you get that.
She's exceptional, and I felt like I must have done something right.
This woman, how do you meet this woman, this exceptional woman?
Can I tell you the story?
Yeah, I'd love to hear this. I love love.
We were just meeting. We were just getting to New York and to L.A.
Right.
And I was at a car lot, and my back was turned to the street, and they were at a red light, and I heard somebody say, "I love you. Great job. I love your music." She said, "I love you," and I turned around and said, "Me?" And
white chick, black chick, what is she?
Black chick, and the fact that she recognized me with my background. I mean, I went from being a very peculiar-looking person to one of the most
cool kind of guy. Yeah,
one of the most recognizable people you can see.
Yeah.
So apparently that's the truth. And I turned around and said, "Well, come in and meet me," and I saved her number. And I saved it under, she could be the one, the way that she approached me. She's very, very fearless.
You weren't put off by that, the fact that she was a fan and she was like, hey, I think you're great, blah, blah, blah. Like, well, right away, she's worshiping you. You didn't get hung up on that.
I didn't get hung up on that. Maybe it was the way that she was dressed. Maybe it was the way that she spoke, her business card. Very accomplished, very educated, has her own money.
Has her own business?
Yeah.
What type of work is she into?
She's in health education.
And so, right from the beginning, you become lovers.
Yeah.
And it works out. How do you make that move into threesomes and stuff and bringing other chicks into the bed?
Well, it was gradual, but I was just very open about other, relationships that were lingering on.
Right. You weren't willing to give those up, in other words. You knew people before her, and you said, look, these are people I'm going to continue to see. I'm not looking to give it up.
It was maybe 2 other people, and it wasn't lack of love for those other people. It was just logistics.
Yeah.
Someone living out of state and us carrying on, from a long distance kind of perspective.
She didn't get jealous that you were still seeing other people, and here she's falling in love with you?
She was honored by my honesty.
She was.
And since then, I have shared every single detail. I've even gone back and talked about things I don't even necessary, just to have her be. It makes me feel, I don't even like the feeling of keeping any secrets from her.
I find that so difficult, though, to negotiate. Does she go out and fuck other guys?
No, she has no desire.
See, that's the point.
Yeah.
If she came home to you and said, listen, I'm going out and fucking other guys, you would no way be able to handle that.
I just told her if she ever had that desire, would she just please let me know? Like, honor me with the same honesty.
Right. And so
what are you going to do when she's that honest?
It's going to dump her.
Right.
Well, I mean, I tried to think it through. I mean, it probably would be a little unsettling to begin with.
You wouldn't feel honored then, I'm telling you.
I wouldn't feel honored, but
yeah, right.
I think I would respect it. But, the difference between, like, men and women is
But don't you think she's just putting up with it because she doesn't want to lose CeeLo? It's probably exciting to be with CeeLo.
Yeah, she wouldn't be like this with any other guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I think, just from her description that she's been in she's tried to play the straight and narrow. She's actually, got a bit of that in her own system. And she's, she enjoys me, giving her that liberty.
Right.
You can have freedom, but somebody has to give you liberty.
So you don't bring these women home to her. You don't do a threesome thing. You go out and fuck, and then you come home and you say, hey, look, I just want you to know I was with someone when I was on the road.
Well, no, because she's most certainly in health education. And she said to me, like, if you ever, I want you to do whatever makes you happy.
Right.
So if ever, like you do something outside of me, make sure you protect yourself.
Right.
Because I cherish my quality of life.
Right.
And so just even with that, and she's beautiful. So, like, anything beneath her bar is not even worth my time or energy.
So there are no threesomes going on?
Yeah, we had once or twice, but it's still new. You know what I mean? But
yeah, was it weird though when you did the threesome? Because she's got to get weird with it, and also it's probably like, this is going to sound weird, but I almost don't want to share. I don't want to share my wife even with a woman. Like
I saw that. Yeah, I had that feeling. I had to get over it. And it was just this faint whisper, like, "Are you sure this is what you want?" Now this is manly. This is very macho. But like, I believe that if she wasn't, if I had never seen her in that context, maybe it was something that her, that she wouldn't be being honest in. Like, and she seemed to enjoy herself.
Are you thinking marriage with her or no way? It's
Everybody else is. We're damn close. Same matching outfits like his and hers T-shirts and stuff.
Oh, no
like
kidding.
That. I mean, we're having a lot of fun.
You seem very comfortable with your weight. I mean, it seems like you carry your weight really well. Like you're not uptight about it.
No, I've said on occasion that I'm not out of shape. It's just the shape I'm in.
Right. So in other words, are you trying to lose weight or is this just your look?
Can I tell you something? Yeah. I just got through meeting the incomparable Tony Orlando the other day.
Tony Orlando and Dawn. We all love
right?
that. Right?
So he said, don't lose weight.
Why? He lost weight.
He did, actually. But he told me, and I've heard this on a couple of occasions, because it's like, it's your brand now. Now, of course, I want to be healthy. I was brand ambassador for eDiets, so I actually lost about 25 pounds.
But what do you mean? Of course you want to be healthy.
But, you want to be healthy, and
right.
when people are advising you not to lose weight,
well, I know what he meant.
Compromising.
Well, I know what he meant, Rob. I think it's just my weight, it represents that working class quality, that boy neck.
Yeah, wear flowing clothes.
Some people do look bad heavy. You do look
healthy.
good. I know what they're saying. You know what I mean? You got a good look, Owen. That kind of thing.
I think people are my sex appeal is just as surprising as my success.
There's a certain way a heavy guy has to dress, and most heavy people don't understand that.
They do not.
They wear shitty clothes. They wear them too fucking tight, and they look like hell warmed over. You know what I mean? You got a whole look going. Like even that sweater you're wearing today. I mean, it's got a nice look to it. You know what I'm saying? When you get naked in front of a new woman, all right, do you think about your weight? Do you go, shit, man, I wish I was more ripped. I wish I was in more shape.
I do not. I mean, because I'm always there to to second the emotion, for any individual brave enough to, to give me that opportunity. Like, I want to prove her right. And I believe that it's such a turn on because it's like what Al Pacino said in Devil's Advocate. They don't necessarily see me coming. I get a kick out of that.
Do you, I think most women probably find you non-threatening too, because you're a little bit heavy. They're like, oh, I hug them like a big teddy bear. I can imagine that. Have you fucked tons of women? Have you had tons of women?
I haven't had enough because I was, the nature of the music that we did as Goody was very politically charged and socially conscious, and it didn't attract an awful lot of groupies. And then I was married, for the extent between leaving the group and going into the solo career of Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
And I was loyal to that. And Gnarls Barkley was about being crazy and surreal and all cerebral, and it wasn't really sexy. It wasn't until Lady Killer that I got a chance to express that side of myself.
Yeah, and if anything, the voice brings tons of pussy, right? All of TV is just like a magnet for that kind of stuff.
But you know what, man? It's not as fun as it once was. I wish I was in the heyday of hair metal and Sunset Strip with Motley Crue, and those are my fantasies of rock and roll.
Right.
But it's not like that anymore. It's fucking Instagram and Twitter, and girls getting a kick out of just taking a picture while you sleep with your dick shriveled up. It's like I don't.
Yeah, right. It is scary. It is scary.
I'm afraid of that.
Yeah, I hear you. It is turned into very embarrassing things.
Can I say something? Since I'm here and I have opportunity.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to you because I know that I offended you with something that I said. I made a joke about Adam Levine's cologne.
Oh yeah, you said I remember what you're saying. You said if I remember, they said, if Adam had a cologne, what would it smell like? You said it would smell like a Jew.
I said it would smell Jewish.
It smelled Jewish. Yeah, I don't know. I'm ultra sensitive to that. I bet I bet you understand this because I've seen so much shit. Growing up.
Fuck yeah.
That I am ultra sensitive to it.
No, he's a very good friend of mine. I meant no disrespect. I wasn't trying to be anti-Semitic in the least bit. It was very lighthearted, and I respect you so much. And a lot of my outspokenness was encouraged by you. Like you're like a master to throw sex, religion, and politics all in one pot and make it something nourishing. You know what I mean? And delicious too.
And I feel that way about your music.
But don't you think it's interesting though that whenever, because I sometimes experience that everything has to be black when people see me. And, so all their references are black references because all they can see is I'm black.
Right.
And so when you respond, his, cologne would be Jewish. I mean, do you feel that, that's sort of like every time you see Adam, you're thinking he's Jewish?
I mean, I know I am, but
oh, stop.
I'm like, I can't believe that guy's Jewish.
It was probably more provocative because I am black,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know what Robin's saying. It's like, I do find that, like when I'm around a black friend or something, all of a sudden, everything's black, you know, and it's like, that's all they can see is that the person's black. And then with Adam, it was like, well, all he could see is that he's Jewish or something. That's why I reacted that way. But I always found your music to be provocative. Like the song, Fuck You, which became so big.
Yeah, we love that song.
Putting the word fuck in there was very provocative. And like when you have a hit song, if you put fuck in there, it can hurt sales.
Right.
And you said, fuck it. I don't care. That's how I'm feeling.
Well, let me tell you that story.
Right.
I was at odds with my label at the time.
Right.
I had been recording Lady Killer for about 3 years, roughly.
Wow.
And I could not please them. And I was working with Bruno Mars, who wasn't necessarily Bruno Mars at the moment.
Right.
How'd
you find Bruno Mars, by the way?
He was introduced to me as a staff writer, which he had signed on to be. And I was introduced to him and his writing partner, Phil Lawrence.
I didn't even know they still had staff writers. So in other words, when you're sitting and working on a song, you can say to a staff writer, hey, I'm blocked up here. Give me a hand with this thing.
Basically. And so this was the first time I had opened up my creative space and shared it with someone in that capacity.
Right.
And I said, okay, I'll give it a try.
Right.
Being a good sport. And I remember the first session we did in L.A., and we didn't get much done, but I did find them to be very amusing. Him and Phil are very funny guys, and we hit it off really good, the next couple of times. But that first time I said, this is awkward and uncomfortable for me. I said, I'm going to the restroom. I'll be back, and I never came back.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. It felt awkward and uncomfortable how? In other words, to work with guys you didn't really know?
Because I didn't realize, I didn't know if a staff writer being suggested to me was condescending. I said, motherfucker, I'm CeeLo Green. I don't need a staff writer.
Right.
But I want to be a good sport because I want that unanimous yes. I want my corner in my corner. So I said, if this will help, relations and get the job done, let's go for it. It doesn't matter.
But you have been at odds with Bruno Mars because he takes credit for writing the song, a lot of credit for writing the song Fuck You.
I saw that on a couple of international interviews to where it's not being specified what his contribution actually was.
So what was his? Clear it up. What was his contribution?
As producer, he wrote the music. So he produced it. He did not write the lyric for me.
Right. You came up with the lyric.
Yeah.
And he implies...
Can you imagine him writing,
Fuck you?
I just thought you should know, nigga? Can you imagine him writing
from out of town. But the point is, you want it clear because the charm of that song, if you will, is the lyric. It's the sentiment. Fuck you.
Well, I thought I was being ridiculous. It's the last song we recorded for that album, and I said they're going to drop me from the label.
Right.
Great, you know, and
because it was directed at your record company.
Exactly.
Right.
And so the storyline is fictitious, but like, you know, the true, genuine connection to it and what people end up getting out of it was that.
Why is it that every songwriter, when they talk about their biggest hits, it's always that one song that they write in 5 fucking minutes. They write it as a throwaway, and then it drives them crazy the rest of their career because, like, that's how I should write all my songs.
Howard, this song has been so big. It has so much staying power. I'm still performing it, and I hadn't put out a new record in 3 years. I'm working on a new record right now.
You know, they say about the music industry now, all these big hit songs, like you talk about Katy Perry's had one hit after another.
Yeah.
But really, it is a conglomerate. It's like she has a bunch of people who write for her, a bunch of people who produce her, that you almost can't do it on your own anymore if you're in the pop business.
Katy Perry is a corporation. She has a board.
Right.
Yeah.
And you mean that literally.
I do.
But you still try to write more on your own.
I do.
Yeah. But you do find great partners. I mean, look at you with this Mouse dude. I mean, you know, it worked out pretty damn well.
Absolutely. And I do realize that works best for me. So idealistically, yes, that's what I would gravitate toward more.
Is that why your new record now is with your original guys? Because you said, hey, why not collaborate with these guys again? Maybe we can have a hit.
Yeah, well, I felt like I owed a debt of gratitude to not only my group, which is my extended family, but also hip-hop, which is my community that I come from.
I think this new song is very catchy. When did you release this song?
Is it Special Education?
This is Special Education, yeah.
We released it maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah. I think this is a real good song. Is it going to go on? Is it on the charts?
I don't know. I really don't know. We're doing it independently, and so, yeah, but people love it, you know, and I think if it's like #1 at People's Radio.
Yeah, this is you know, it's got a nice, a lot going on here.
Yeah.
This is Janelle
Monáe.
Where do you find this guy?
This is Big Gift. The members of Big Gift, 𝗪𝗄, and Timo. These are all
the dudes with you?
Yeah. I had to hold him off and say, guys, y'all just be ready. He's gonna beat me up.
I didn't beat you up. Looks like you could beat me up.
I love you too much, man.
You seem to know what's going on.
So it's always about us encouraging those underdogs and those unsung, you know, those eccentric individuals, misunderstood. You know, I'm so accustomed to that alienation, you know what I mean? And so I would love to be a voice for those people. And that's what I represent on the television show. That's why it works so well for me.
How are you going to get this song on the charts, man? That's what we got to do. This seems like it's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it really feels good. You know, we've got a lot of work to do if we plan to combat, you know, saying like the monotony, you know, saying like, you know, or the corruption that is radio at this point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You on tour with this?
Yeah, we're doing a promotional tour. Like, we go to Seattle tomorrow and, yeah, and Atlanta this weekend. We're going home for the big show.
Let's see, Goody Mob's new album, Age Against the Machine, is in stores now, and CeeLo's new book, Everybody's Brother, is
It comes out today.
Oh, is that right?
I've got an autobiography.
Oh, no kidding. You got an interesting life. No shortage of good stories there.
No, it's not, man. I think people should check it out.
You seem like a brutally honest guy, too.
I'm very honest.
You thinking of putting out a video with a naked woman? Look how well that worked out for Blurred Lines.
Robin Thicke.
You know what? The name of my new solo album is Girl Power, so maybe so.
Didn't you? What was the song White Power on your new album?
Yeah.
And you tried to get a white supremacist band to play with you?
I was being sarcastic, but I actually did try to Google something. I didn't know anybody name. And I said, how cool would this be, you know, to make a mockery of something? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it's all good old-fashioned rock and roll and shock value.
But white supremacist bands are not going to perform with a black man, are they?
Well, maybe they could spin it to promote their own idea. You know what I'm saying? It's still about white power, but, like, you know.
Did you approach any white supremacists?
I didn't find any that had a contact that I could reach out to them. So I didn't go too far down the line.
Underground,
yeah. Wow.
Hard to get in touch with those people.
Do you ever wish that, like even the song Fuck You, if it had come out 15 years ago,
the record business was so big, you would have so much more money now.
Fuck yes.
I mean, isn't it crazy what's happened?
I missed the heyday.
You kind of did, didn't you?
The bubble burst, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, making money now off records ain't where it's at. You've got to make money going on tour.
Yes.
And that's a lot more work.
Yeah.
Are you jealous of guys like Prince who have a catalog, or, you know, you take a look at Metallica. These guys sold like 100 million albums, you know what I mean?
I'm inspired by Prince. He's one of my all-time favorites. And I just performed with him recently for the 3rd time, so.
What a fucking nut, though, right? I mean, like, you just got to buy into his whole nutty world.
He's got his own thing.
Did you hang with him?
Yeah, I've hung out with him, and he's
How is that?
He's more normal than I think he would want to let on.
Is he?
So am I, actually.
Like the reason he's not normal to me, I love Prince, and I got invited to this private show he was doing.
Yeah.
The fucker turns out all the lights and says, no, don't put any lights on me. It was like listening to a record. I couldn't see him play. He turned out, and I was just like, fuck Prince, and I left. And I love the guy.
I've seen him do that before, too, just play, just jam session for 2 hours straight.
And it's
before
bullshit.
he plays any one recognizable song.
And it's bullshit.
You know, he has his issues with him, but, like, he's Prince, you know, and it's just like,
yeah. Well, Prince Schmintz, I was like, man, I can't believe I'm going to see Prince. It's a small crowd. And he goes, please, turn off those lights. And then even the dude kept putting the lights back on. He goes, no, I won't play if you put on the lights. And I'm like, fuck Prince. And I left.
I don't know. He definitely was going through a thing at one time, but I don't know. He's back, and he put on a great show.
He definitely gets a lot of pussy, though, right? I mean, it's crazy amounts.
I think he's gotten too much pussy, and I think he's at the point of where it's just like, you know what? It's probably more of a distraction at this point.
Yeah, what happens to a guy gets too much pussy? I mean,
we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah,
that was my question, Robin. Was it possible? Because like I have not reached that climax yet. It's like, you know,
not many people have.
No, I'm still.
Yeah, there are few people get there. If there is a there.
I love it.
It's dangerous. That
and when you think of guys like Wilt Chamberlain, it doesn't seem to have a limit.
No, Wilt was crazy. We interviewed him. He had a tremendous amount of pussy. You are heavily tattooed. When did you get so inked up? How old were you?
I started that year. That I think I was 17 when I got my first tattoo. It was just my name right here, and then
your whole body is tattooed, right?
My whole upper torso is pretty.
Did you ever finish your back, or was it just too painful and you stopped?
I stopped, and I never revisited it yet.
It was too painful.
It hurt.
But I mean, you've done your entire chest and your stomach. I mean, why can't you do your back?
Why is the back so painful?
Because you're out of control. Like, you know, you're helpless on your stomach. Yeah. Like if you're getting your arms down your chest, you can kind of look at it and try to brave it that way. But when you're on your face down, it's like, wow.
Do you like the sensation of getting a tattoo? I mean, the physical sensation of the needle going in.
I think you know, it represents permanence and commitment. And I also think, you know, people go to the extremes that I have as a statement of saying I can take the pain.
Why do you think you are so heavily tattooed?
You know, initially I was just kind of signifying different things, you know, whether it be my mother or my group or my city where I'm from. And then I started to want to take more of an artful approach and try to tie all of the different things together. Yeah. And at that point, you know, it became a project.
Yeah. There's got to be psychological.
Do you think about what happens as you get older with all these tattoos?
Who gives a shit, right?
No, I really wonder, you know, when you do all of that, like, things change and things move around.
Well, you know what? I mean, before I'm a hip-hop artist, before I'm a pop artist, before I'm a television celebrity, I'm a rock and roller. So,
right.
like,
so that's okay.
This is all the way into
You are a rock and roller. Yeah. It is confusing sometimes to figure out what genre you're into because, like, you're all over the place.
Well, you know what? I mean, I listen to music from all over. And I've said this many a time. I said I've listened from everything to ABC to REM, everything from Billy Idol to Billy Joel. Yeah. It's like, and the walls that divide music divide people as well.
You've dropped acid, too, right?
Yeah,
a lot of brothers don't drop acid.
I tried it, you know, but I had a bunch of white friends, and so like when I grew up, and white boys know how to party. Like, you know, I went to military school when I was in the 9th grade, and that's the first time I tried acid, and the first and only time.
All boys military school?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been insane, huh?
It was insane.
Did you hate it?
It was like taps.
Did you hate it?
I didn't hate it. It was actually my idea, and I was pretty obligated to because I had gotten put out of the Atlantic public school system, so I couldn't even go to school.
You couldn't even go to school.
You mean you were so bad you got thrown out of the Atlantic public school system?
Yeah, I got into a fight with a principal.
You beat up the principal?
I was a pretty defiant guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck yeah, when you beat up the principal.
You need military school.
Did you beat him up? Did you kick his ass?
I just struck him.
Why did you hit the principal at the school?
Because he hit me.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, he hit you first?
Yeah.
Oh, then
but
you got
what were you doing when all of this started?
He was fucking the guy's wife.
Well, at a point, I just kind of became a target, and I was a bit of a troublemaker, I must say.
I see.
God knows what you were up to. You must have been one bad motherfucker.
People, you just would never believe it.
You were disruptive in class, and then they brought you to the principal, and the principal got so frustrated with you, he hit you?
I had that kind of influence of where it was like, not even just bad behavior, but my defiance and attitude, kind of influenced children to
act out.
Yeah, they felt
you
like,
were bad for everybody else.
You were a negative leader.
They felt like I was an instigator, and I wanted to revert that. And this is why I've tried to promote so much positivity and productivity.
How many people in your life must be shocked that you're a success now? I mean, they probably thought you were going to prison.
And that principal.
An entire city is shocked.
I mean, really. I mean, it's really quite mind-blowing, isn't it?
Man.
Now, the 𝗛cie Mob, who you're performing with now and going around, and promoting the new album, are these guys a good influence on you, or are they some really tough motherfuckers?
They're tough.
They're tough. Let me meet these guys. Let me see what they look like. Bring in the 𝗛cie
They're
Mob.
all around?
Anybody got
I
water?
want to say hi. I got a water if you want, but it's not cold. You want room temperature?
Yeah, that's cool, because my throat is a little sore, actually.
Oh, I don't have water. Hey, Gary, can you bring some water in? This is the 𝗛cie Mob?
Yes.
Look at you guys, man. you guys look like you could beat up some ass, too.
All right, now it's time to get intimidated, right?
That's right, man.
No, they're good guys. They're good guys.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
So, how?
Gentlemen, does it feel good to have the 𝗛cie Mob back again?
Yeah, it's a wonderful feeling.
Wasn't it bullshit when 𝗻₀ left you guys and kind of fucked you over? I mean, let's be honest. Let the truth come out.
Let's get down.
𝗻₀'s like, oh, it was cool. It was cool. No, it wasn't cool for you guys.
No. It was cool because we talked about it. We talked about it on the last album.
Yeah,
and it was something that we all expected from him because the first time you heard 𝗛cie Mob, you heard him sing.
That's right.
So it was something that me and him personally and us as a group, we always talked about it because he was like, yo, Gip, like if I don't take the opportunity now, when am I going to take the opportunity?
Well, yeah, but nevertheless, I mean, when you got this thing going, you guys have worked together all these years, you put in a lot of time and effort. It's your paycheck and all this shit. And this guy, I'm leaving you guys. Fuck you.
But you know what it was, Howard? It wasn't about the group just breaking up. At that time, L.A. Reid was really closing down LaFace in Atlanta, and he was moving to New York. So me and 𝗻₀, he offered me and 𝗻₀ our own solo deals at the time.
I see. So everybody was doing well.
Yes, everybody was doing well at that particular time.
L.A. Reid's a good dude, isn't he?
Yeah.
He actually came over to my house. We were hanging out together, him and his wife. Really good dude, right?
I think he's turned more individuals, more musicians into millionaires than any other executive that I know of.
Is that
what does he have? Is it just a good ear, or what?
He knows music. He's a musician too.
He understands it.
He's a musician too.
And when he makes a suggestion, it actually is meaningful and helps, right?
I would say so.
Yeah, and you know that he's been through the same trials and tribulations as we have. You know what I mean? He's been out there on the road. He's been in a group to deal with Babyface. He went through the thing where they didn't own their publishing and they had to come to Atlanta and start a whole new label. Yeah. He's been there. So, he's always giving everybody the floor. Do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? And that's something that we will always appreciate.
And you really do meet a lot of dummies in the music business, right? Who actually kind of have an opinion, but they don't have anything to back it up with. And it's you got to really watch whose hands you get into, right? Because they can screw you up.
Well, that's the reason why the record industry is the way it is now.
It's about like Twitter. There's some dummies out there. They don't. Their opinion is like a pebble in a gravel road. It really doesn't mean anything.
Well, you make a good point. There's so many dummies that they wreck the music business.
They wreck the business.
They didn't understand that the business model was changing, and how are they going to make revenue from these records? And none of them could figure it out, and they fucked it all. How could the record companies reverse themselves, or is it too late?
It's never too late. You just have to start putting more artists into those positions and take a lot of these people that went to school and don't love music for art form.
Right.
Take those people out of those positions.
Basically, stop stealing music. Just stop stealing.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, because that cat is out of the bag.
Yeah, that's gone down, man.
But you steal what isn't worth paying for, which is the popular opinion about music, because I don't even know if it is music anymore. Like, I mean, the intangibility, of just art and heart is product.
I'll be honest with you guys. I came up with a plan to save the music industry. Listen to this. I'm going to shut down the internet. No one's going to be able to get any music for free. What do you think of that?
That's it, Howard.
I could do it.
That's it.
Yeah. I think I could reverse this whole thing.
Help.
Go back. You bet. Well, listen, there's a lot of excitement going on. I'm so glad you guys came in today. The 𝗛cie Mob's new album, Age Against the Machine, is in stores now. 𝗻₀'s new book.
Yes.
Everybody's Brother is in stores now.
Yes, today.
Well, don't get too excited. You don't get a cut of that. Let's be honest.
Actually, help me write
you do?
Actually, I do.
Oh, well, that's different.
Oh, I got something for you, too.
You helped write the book as well.
Yes, I did.
You helped organize the thoughts and this kind of stuff.
Yes, I did. I was kind of like a bird's eye view with him.
What is the most fucked up thing in that book that we're going to read that we did not realize about 𝗻₀?
I think you said it already.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah. I think
he was a badass, huh?
Yeah.
Are you guys? Were you guys badasses too?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us, Howard.
Anybody ever kill anybody? Raise your hand if you killed someone.
Me?
Oh, geez.
I don't think you're joking.
Keep your hand down. Stop that.
No, what the fuck you
Coming from where we come from, you got to work hard to not kill somebody.
Right. You almost have to.
So all of you could raise your hands.
Well, hey, that was in the past, you know. Everybody has to overcome
Hey,
their
you
past.
know, that person probably didn't need to be here anyway.
Those people probably weren't worth being around anyway. What were they going to do? That's the point.
We got a lot of stereotypes, though.
Also, 𝗫𝗄 is on The Voice. Is 𝗫𝗄 the best judge on The Voice, would you guys say, in your opinion?
Truly.
Truly, right. He is
But
most
wait a minute,
credibility.
𝗫𝗄.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes,
Yeah.
darling.
Why haven't you ever won?
Oh, yeah, you haven't.
I'm not sure. I think I'm due for a win, though. I'm really
You
looking-
are.
Yeah.
Do you really care? Do you care if you win on that show? I mean, you don't give a shit, do you?
I care if the most deserving wins, and on a couple of occasions I feel like I truly deserve it, or at least my teammate, you know. And
I do believe you because, you know, in America's Got Talent, there's a guy I think
You're
should
rooting
win.
for the
And
people.
I do root for the people.
Yeah.
I'm actually caught up in it. I really am.
yeah, it's not about me at all. I come secondary, but it would be nice.
The trick to those shows is, and not really a trick, it's got to be sincere. You got to care about the talent, and you got to treat the judging seriously, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Well, we've had fun today. We got the new record out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you haven't met Amy yet.
Who's Amy?
I don't know.
Some chick you're banging?
First white girl.
This is the audio book. I want to give it to you.
Oh, is that right? Is that how it comes out? That's it?
Yes.
That's an audio book? Can you just stick that in your computer?
I think so.
Is that how it works? Wow, look at that. Do you read your own book?
I haven't read it yet. I just got a hard copy.
Who's reading the audio
Who's reading the book? Who reads the audio book?
Well, they gave those out. Yes, that's the first time I've ever seen that. And Gip does the whole read. So.
Oh, I see. Oh, this is for a download.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you. Oh, yeah. This ain't. I'm like, hey, how do I?
Yeah, I was going to say, how you going to jam that into your computer?
You guys getting a lot of pussy off this whole thing?
Well, you know, it's something
Did you
that I
share?
need.
Who got laid last night?
I did.
Everyone. Oh, everyone.
Oh, well, no, let me put my head down.
Oh, what? You
I
didn't
thought
get
you
any
talking about the
last
day
night?
before yesterday.
You guys fuck the girls who come to the shows? Or what?
Well, you know, the dynamics has changed in the group. You know, when we first started, me and 𝗫𝗄 were married.
Right.
Now me and 𝗫𝗄 are divorced, and these two are married.
Oh, I see. So you two guys aren't taking advantage of getting somewhere, or are you guys like 𝗫𝗄? You can fuck on the road and do these kinds of things.
I like raw pussy. I ain't gonna lie.
Who said that?
I gotta stay down with what I got. These rubber companies just making too much damn money.
They are. They really are. You got to be careful. Though. Look what happened to this guy.
You be careful with asking him anything.
You guys really have fun being in this band, right? It is
Yeah, but he doesn't want to populate the world. Come on.
You know what, though? We've been together since we were kids.
Right.
Since we were 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And 𝗫𝗄 was really bad, wasn't he? I mean, you can't punch out a principal in a school.
He was our baby brother. He was the one that, you know, anytime we wanted to fight started, he had something to start it with.
But can he handle himself? Is he good with his fists?
He's very good.
Oh, yeah. I seen him knock somebody out in person.
Really?
Just for somebody saying something about him on the radio.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and the guy, he
Well, let's be very
invited
careful.
it. He was like, 𝗫𝗄, do what you got to do, man. Next thing I know, I seen both his legs up in the air.
What do you mean? You were being interviewed on a radio station?
He was an artist that we.
How rational you are about this. Well, at that time.
He seems so gentle.
Yeah,
Now
right.
I'm like, I'm rethinking this whole thing.
This was another artist. This wasn't a DJ.
And he was an artist and who I was a big fan of, and I actually had a lot to do with him getting signed. Our production team, Organized Noise, who handled all of the first Outkast and Goody Mob music, they ended up getting a label deal with Interscope,
right.
and they signed him, and he had been a local legend, you know. And I was like, yo, if he has the right support, he'd be great. And so I guess they were at odds about some business, and he went on Atlanta radio, and you know his personality is very talkative, you know.
He's got a lot to say.
And he pulled me in it, and I was just like, no, like
leave me out of this.
Leave me out. I'm big on respect, and so like most certainly, like we've never had any problems in our 20-year career, and we most certainly aren't going to have any problems with family. We're going to deal with that.
So did you go down to the radio station to confront this gentleman?
Well, actually, we were doing an interview at a club. I think they had just kind of shut down a club situation, and we did an interview on stage, something like this. And somebody came and whispered in my ear that, hey, he's here. Yeah. And I said, well, let's go see him.
Right.
So, like,
Let's talk this out. Right.
I want to see him.
So you went over to see him, and you confronted him.
I said, why are you talking shit about me?
Right.
And he looked me up and then said, do what you got to do.
Oh.
I said, well, okay.
All right. So he says, do what you got to do. So you take your fist, right?
Yeah.
And you hit him, what, in the face?
I slapped him first.
First you smack him.
Yeah, so I can get my jacket off.
And did he get woozy from the smack? Because the smack can do a lot of damage. People don't realize that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you don't believe that's coming, right?
So you bitch slapped
do a
him.
lot of damage to your self-esteem.
Right.
Yeah.
You bitch slapped him.
I gave him a
first.
smack,
Yeah.
you know, and then I gave him a couple other licks, but he didn't really want to fight back, and you know, so I didn't want to.
So you punched him? Did you knock him out?
No, I stalled him out. He's okay, and we ended up talking, and
Oh, I bet.
we were cool.
I bet you he
Well,
behaved.
yeah, of course he's going to talk now.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, never tell him do what you got to do.
Because 𝗫𝗏 to me seems like a gentle hippie. He really does.
Was he on the TV show with the cat and the bird?
Yes.
Have you guys ever confronted one each other with fists? Have you guys ever gotten into a fight? No, never.
No.
None
of us.
No.
Everything's cool.
I was just wondering who could take on who in this group.
Well, you know,
Maybe a battle royal.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, but there are groups that come to fists, over
But you know what?
song lyrics and other decisions.
Are you guys such brothers that, like, let's say there's one hot chick somewhere and she says, "Hey, look, I want the whole band to fuck me." Would you guys?
I've seen it.
Right. You've seen it with this band?
Well, I've just seen, individuals.
So you guys have done that?
Once or twice.
Once or twice.
And who goes first? What is the order?
Does
What is the
𝗫𝗏 get to
order?
go first because he's, such a big deal? Or,
It's been nothing recently. I've only been a big deal in the last few years.
Right.
So how do you determine the order?
Yeah, how does that work? And
Most of the time, it's the girls.
Discretion.
Yeah.
Right. How?
But we're way past that.
I understand. That was in the old
You're
days.
not sharing it.
No, I haven't engaged in any group sex in a long
Is it weird to see
time.
when you're in a group? Is it weird to see your fellow band members naked? I mean, is standing there fucking, getting blowjobs and stuff. Is it weird?
Yeah, do you stay in the room?
Does it
Oh my
inhibit
God.
your ability to get hard?
I can only think about two situations.
Yeah, exactly.
And